All right. Well, I'm home. I'm here. Let's kick this sucker off.
I'm gonna scare everybody in the movie theater. You can't kill Michael Myers! It's impossible! But what you can do is buy AMC stock. Millions.
This is it. This is the only DD you need on AMC right here. This is it.
Millions coming, baby. AMC stock. You want to be a millionaire? AMC, I'm an ape. They call me the ape father, baby. You can't kill Michael Myers, but you can become a multi-millionaire, baby. AMC in the house. Wow!
That face at the end gets me every time. Every time. Okay, so you can't kill Michael Myers, but what you can do is buy AMC stock. Let's hear it again. Well, fuck it. Let's hear it again.
I'm going to scare everybody in the movie theater. You can't kill Michael Myers!
It's impossible.
It's impossible! But what you can do is buy AMC stock. Millions coming, baby. AMC stock. You want to be a millionaire? AMC, I'm an ape. They call me the ape father, baby. You can't kill Michael Myers, but you can become a multi-millionaire, baby. AMC in the house. Wow!
Right there. The ape father, baby. Model 3 dude is in the house. As well as Manuel and SFA Wrench, also known as Lynn. Why is Daydream Believer by the Monkees stuck in my head? Well, actually, why is that window cut off? That's a question that's in my head. Let me try again. Try again. There we go. There we go. All right. And yeah. So, thank you, Ape Father, for that wonderful interlude. Actually, that's how we ended the stream, the last stream, start the stream. So, kind of continuity. Continuity, baby. Okay, so I got some videos queued up here, but I just wanted to look through these real quick here. Like, don't go ape for AMC. Well, I've actually got that article right here, so we can look at it. I guarantee that this is, well, I don't know. I mean, the maskless investor talks about it. Okay. Froggy Stonks Spaces Call. Oh, boy. I mean, bunch of bag holders complaining about, the crime. Oh, the crime. Yes. He is a pisser. Yeah, that's true, man. You've been saying that for a long time, and it's true. Okay, so then I saw Stock J, and it's like, who the fuck is this guy? Stock J. Stock J. Well, every time he comes out with a video, here's what I've been doing. AMC stock tomorrow will be huge. Oh, okay, tomorrow. Right, of course, tomorrow. How many times recently has he said tomorrow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tomorrow, 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 tomorrow. Always fucking tomorrow. Always tomorrow. Free beer tomorrow. Free beer tomorrow. Homage to Apish Bambino, wherever he is, wherever he may be. We miss you, brother. We really miss you. But the legacy of Apish Bambino lives on through free beer tomorrow. Always tomorrow. AMC stock will explode tomorrow. Here's why AMC may explode tomorrow. Jay, my man, Jay, always with the hope for tomorrow. And you have to give it to somebody. You have to hand it to him. Hope for tomorrow. That's a good thing. That, right? Right. Well, there's a thumbnail for that. There is a thumbnail for that. Let's see. I got that thumbnail. Yeah, here it is. Here's the thumbnail. Hope is the most dangerous thing you can give someone. Hope is the most dangerous thing you can give an ape. That's what I should have said. Hope is the most dangerous thing. I should have changed Kara's quote. You can give an ape. And, you know, these guys and their hope. Right. Disney times AMC equals never going to happen. The B. Hayes show. Yeah, we got that one. We got that one right here. So let's go. Let's go. Let's kick it off. Where's Al at? Get in here, Al.
Yes, sir. It's your boy B. Hayes. We're back with another one, guys. So AMC, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on.
Take a look at it.
As you can tell by the title, you see AMC $20. So let's go ahead and take a look at this.
$20.
AMC broke a massive key level today.
Come on now. $20. $20 fucking dollars. Are you kidding me? Let's see. I don't know where Apish Bambino is, but he needs to get his ass in here. Goddamn North Carolina. But get in here. TMI broke off from Review Dork and short the VIX. He's no longer part of the 1348 cult or their Discord. Something big had to have happened between them last night. Last night? Oh, shit. Somebody needs to investigate that and give some links here because we need to investigate that one. Manny? Or are you too drunk? I see the libations you have there in Telegram. So yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. But wow, TMI broke up with Review Dork and Shart the VIX. No longer part of the 1348 cult. Wow. Yeah, something big had to have happened. That's interesting. I mean, that's their cash cow, man. That is their cash cow. $17 million a year. If it even lasts a year, if it lasts that long, right? So, okay. B is saying that, nice hair too, by the way. He's saying that AMC broke a key level, something like that. I don't know. Let's see.
Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on, guys. As you can tell by the title, you see AMC $20. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So AMC broke a massive key level today at $10.30, running up, hitting the high of 10.75, and now coming back down to use that resistance as a form of support right around the 10.30s area, so we can create higher lows and continue this continuation of an uptrend. AMC seen 12% increase in price action on Friday and 10% straight out the rip on the day, guys. Like I told you guys, once you broke $10.30,
love it.
AMC could potentially see a 50,
10%,
between 50 and 100%
of $10. Guys. So $1. Okay, cool.
So let's go ahead and take a look at it, see what's going on.
That's going to cause a fucking squeeze. I mean, there's no doubt about it. 10%. It's going to cause a massive gamma squeeze.
And why we say $20 price target. Not saying that's the max. I believe.
Wait, did he say dollar? Like CSI? Dollar. $20.
He's going to go. Just saying I believe it could get to 20 rather quick.
I just got home from work. Okay. So I pardon me if I'm goofy as fuck. But, you know, actually, I was in the car for 2 hours. So, on the coming home from work. So, yeah.
If we don't be manipulated too much, guys. So AMC,
well, that'll happen.
Broke $10.30, guys. This bad boy could fly straight to $15, $16 quick. And if it get back to 15, 16, $20 is right around the corner. All we have to break once we get to that range would be $15.77 would be that next key level once we run up big like that. And then after $15.77, guys, this bad boy can run straight to around $17, $18. And from there, it will definitely be game on, guys. It'll easily be able to work its way back to $20 territory and continue to move higher. Once you run up 50, 60% from where we currently are, it's going to create a lot of chaos, a lot of FOMO, a lot of articles,
chaos,
a lot of
FOMO
talk around AMC, and get us back possibly trending, which is going to drive even more FOMO. So you already know what to do, guys. Add your boy on Instagram.
So I have to wonder, where, God, like, It was it just magic? It's just magic. Oh, you know, it runs up once it hits 15. It's gonna, you know, 18's around the corner. Once it hit 18, $20 around the corner. $20 around the corner. Who the fuck is gonna buy it at those prices? Who's buying it at those prices if nobody's buying it at the prices that it's currently at? I mean, let's be honest about this. And I honestly did not even look at fucking AMC today. I was too busy losing money in the market. But let's go over to AMC here and see. Let's AMC what the volume was. 47 million. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Over the 10-day average volume, sure. Well, let's see if this was possibly connected to the broader market move. I mean, it probably wasn't, right? I don't know. I didn't look at it, but we'll see right now. And, you know, fuck a 1-minute chart. Let's go to 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Well, I tell you, that is a very similar contour. Huh. It's almost like, no. I mean, it's almost like, it's almost like it has that, what do they call it? Negative, positive beta. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I don't know. Huh, that's weird. All right. So here's Ape Father responding to B. Hayes. If it loads. I love he's lounging. That's all he ever does is lounge around. Does this guy work?
She's your queen to be. B. Hayes has now lowered his AMC price prediction. He first said we were going to rip to 35.50, not just 35, 35.50. Now we lowered it all the way down to 20. What?
Well, considering the price is currently $10, I mean, 20 seems like a pipe dream. It seems like a daydream, if you will.
What you talking about, Willis? 20? Not even 20.50? At least 20.50, right? Nope, not 20.50, just 20. Just give me that soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just give me that
genuine blue-eyed soul right here. Holy shit.
glow.
I want to hear him doing Michael McDonald.
I'm feeling so sexy smooth. Just let it
Yeah. When's the last time that pillowcase was washed? Oh,
shine
Lord.
through. Just give me that
I swear to God, if I get a copyright strike for this.
soul glow. Yeah.
No, it's pretty much unrecognizable, so I know
soul
I won't.
glow. Not 20.50, just 20.
I don't like the tone of that. Yeah, there's something odd about that to me coming to America. I tell you what, something's not right with that guy. So here's Scavenger talking about the Fudsters. The Fudsters. I mean, I think that would be me. He's talking about me here.
Listen, we hear it every day, right? Wannabe YouTubers who don't give a fuck where this play goes because they've made their money off of your views. We see wannabe TikTok famous people coming out talking about a stock.
Well, guys, I mean, we see these fake YouTubers made your money. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's not talking about me then.
They most likely don't own, and they probably don't even know what the fucking stock market is.
Sounds like he's using a goddamn voice changer. What?
Listen, we hear it every day, right? Wannabe YouTubers who don't give a fuck where this play goes because they've made their money off of your views. We see wannabe
Trey? Matt Kohrs? Who? Lou?
TikTok famous people coming out talking about a stock that they most likely don't own, and they probably don't even know what the fucking stock market is. Listen.
So he just described all the AMC YouTubers. That's fantastic. Okay. Right. Yeah. Scavenger hair's not perfect. Yeah, what happened? He's got a little hat head going on there. I don't know. And, you know, Blue Moon t-shirt. But really, really, I prefer my financial advisors to have sex toys on the desk when they're giving financial advice. We were talking about that earlier. That's the hallmark, really, of a pro. That, and of course, logarithmic chart. You gotta have your chart in log. That's what the pros use. Right here, log. Boom. Oh yeah, it looks so much better. Then you gotta have, and I'm just gonna say, BBC, BBC, the radio station, the radio guys. So okay, so let's look at the "Don't Go Ape" for AMC article, and then we'll listen to uh, um, former 1348 cult member, the maskless investor, talk about it because yeah, we'll just look at it first. So editor's note, whatever. For my birthday in May, I had a bit of a tug of war with my family on what we should do. They wanted to go out somewhere, but I was content with staying in. And this is, by the way, this is from last Thursday. I was content with staying in and watching the premiere of Stranger Things season 4 on Netflix. We could have gone to the movies and seen Top Gun Maverick, but I wasn't enticed by the idea of circling the parking lot for an empty spot, spending $15 on a bag of popcorn and a drink just for myself, and hoping the person sitting behind me wouldn't keep up a lively conversation with their neighbor the entire time. So right away, this is bullish. That's a bullish statement. Circling the parking lot for an empty spot, that implies the parking lot's full. Bullish. Super bullish. $15 on a bag of popcorn, that's money in the bank, baby. That's getting that is paying down your debt. Yeah. And the recent recent Gallup poll numbers seem to indicate that other folks are deciding that the movie-going experience isn't worth it. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, maybe not. In 2007, people between the ages of 30 and 49 saw 4.5 movies in theaters a year. 4.5. They saw 4.5. The other half they were making out, I guess. I don't know. Going to the bathroom. In 2021, that number was 1.4. So more making out, more shitting, something. A decline a decline of nearly 70%. Okay? Well, I mean, okay. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. In 2021, well, of course in 2021, you had a pandemic. Who the hell went to the fucking movies in 2021? What movies were open? I don't know. I sure as hell wasn't going to them. Some of that decline has been exacerbated by COVID-19. Oh, okay, there we go. But the number of tickets being sold has been on a downward trend for more than a decade. More than a decade. Okay. Tickets sold. Downward trend. I guess. Sure. One of the biggest names in the movie theater business is AMC Entertainment Holdings. AMC Entertainment Holdings, preferred shares, whose bottom line has been bludgeoned by this decline in moviegoers. In the first quarter of this year, the company reported a loss of $337 million, with the good news being that it was less than the $567 million loss from the same time a year ago. Well, of course, I mean, compare it to 2021, that's unfair. In Q2 2022, the company reported a $121 million loss, which again was better than the $344 million loss from the same time a year ago. Okay. Free cash flow is also a negative $134.8 million, not billion, for the company. So after paying off operating expenses and capital expenditures, AMC doesn't have money left over to pay down debt. And AMC's long-term debt already sits at $5.5 billion. Dollars. Understanding the bleakness of the situation, CEO Adam Aron decided to sell preferred shares of his movie company. Well, movie theater company, movie exhibition company. It's not a movie company. They don't make movies or sell movies. But anyway, whatever, splitting hairs. The preferred shares listed under the ticker symbol APE, a nod to meme stock investors, are a new class of shares that were given to AMC shareholders as a dividend. And those shares did not require a vote from shareholders to be issued. Well, that's false. It did. It just happened like almost 10 years ago, but it did require a vote. It was approved. The company's board has authorized 1 billion shares to be issued and has issued 516.8 million in August. Okay, that's true. The move doesn't raise money now, and I knew that net profits would be asleep. I knew it. I knew she'd sleep through it. It's okay. It's all right. I'm here. I'm here. I can say I was here. FUD. Stop the FUD. Call John McAfee. Where's John McAfee? Oh, never mind. We need McAfee FUD, anti-FUD software. The move doesn't raise money now as the preferred shares were issued to current shareholders, but the company could sell the remaining 483.2 million preferred shares to raise money down the road. So, interesting way to put it. Haven't heard it put that way. The move doesn't raise money now as the preferred shares were issued to current shareholders. Super bullish. But the company could sell the remaining, could sell. They could sell, right? They could sell them. The remaining 400 and change million preferred shares to raise money down the road. Okay. What to make of AMC as an investment? Back in 2008, Warren Buffett wrote, quote, "Price is what you pay. Value is what you get." Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. And though AMC shareholders are paying the price, the value simply isn't there. What they are receiving is a debt-saddled company that is trying to find workarounds to raise money and investing in things that add no fundamental value to its business, like a $27.9 million stake in Wyckoff Mining Holdings, a gold miner that is beleaguered by its own heavy debt load and also experienced a near brush with bankruptcy. And also, by the way, I was reading about Wyckoff Mining the other night, recently. They do have a lot of gold there, but you know what? It's low quality gold. It's not high quality gold. And I didn't realize that. I did not realize that. And it wasn't a FUD article. It wasn't a hit piece. I was actually researching the fucking company. And yes, while they do have a lot of untapped or whatever unmined gold, everybody seems to know that it's low quality gold. It's not like high quality shit. So I forget the carats and all that they said. But yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's like penny stock gold, basically, right? Pink sheets gold. Our Heath indicators place AMC in the yellow zone. That doesn't seem good. And a volatility quotient, VQ, never heard of that one, of 95%. It almost maxes out at being one of the riskiest investments you can make. Riskiest investments you could make. Well, that's just like your opinion, man. Oh, they got me with this goddamn arrows. Why would you leave those in there? You're bound to keep seeing AMC in the news, and there are going to be times when the stock price skyrockets for no reason outside of the meme trading army pushing the price higher. If you feel a pang of FOMO when that happens, remember what Buffett said about price and value, and remember that now is the time to stand up and be a real investor. You don't throw darts. You don't just invest in stocks. You invest in the businesses behind them. So this was on NASDAQ. It's from Tradesmith. And yeah, Nobel Prize. They're dropping Nobel Prize winner in their thing. So, I mean, yeah, I like that quote, actually. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. That's deep. It is deep. Manny said deep, and then he erased it, but it is deep. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. deeper than Trey's BBC. Oh, dear. Yeah, Trey. I can just picture Trey sitting there listening to the BBC on his shortwave radio. Oh, not that one. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, here we have we got some FUD here. We got some FUD from the NASDAQ, I mean, come on. NASDAQ, give me a real stock market. Okay, so what did the maskless, the valueless investor say about it? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out. Screenings. Ah, oh my God, that goddamn intro. Oh, that fucking intro. Ah, Jesus Christ. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, as we say in the Catholic Church. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that intro. I'll apologize on his fucking behalf about this stupid intro.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy TMI. I am the Masked Investor. Thank you guys very much for tuning in right now, no matter what time it is, no matter where you guys are. I do appreciate you guys for being here. Now,
where's the mask? Oh, look, he's doing multiple camera angles. He doesn't need 1348. Look at that. He's got... Jesus Christ. He's doing the stupid fucking thing. Dude, that's so fucking 2008, man. Goddamn side camera angle of your pimple-ridden face. Give me a fucking break.
Today, guys, we're going to speak about something that's fairly familiar with a lot of people out there. We do know that over the last little while, we've seen a lot of bearish traders, short sellers, really manipulate the market in ways that are not simply just about the market. We're talking about putting on overall campaign, mass media campaigns, whether they're hit pieces, whether they are false information, whether they're saying...
So it was written by Tradesmith. Nice try, though, Manny, but it was written by Tradesmith. NASDAQ just published it. So they're just trying to, you know, they keep it diverse, they keep it real, they keep it 100%. But they didn't actually write it. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if NASDAQ and are NYSE are friends, or if they're enemies or they're frenemies or whatever. But I mean, they're practically the same at this point. In that they're basically computers. Lynn knows about that. She stop the FUD. She has the well, I don't even know where I'm going with that, but so okay, anyway, she talks about the computers having a life of their own and all that stuff. Anyway, they do probably.
Or claiming that sources,
they probably anyway
told them information that is completely not true. We've seen this happen over and over and over again. Now, I just want to highlight.
Well, we know about that. We just read the article. Let's see what he says.
Different examples of what we have seen before in the past and what we could potentially be looking at in the future, or looking at again right now, as it does pertain to several different stocks or tickers that you guys might be invested in. All right, so if you guys haven't yet, guys, smash the like button, engage the video. That definitely would help support the channel, and let's keep it going. All right, so right now, guys, we're gonna take a look at this. This article came out from Bloomberg just today, right? The DOJ short selling probe eyes bets on Amazon, Microsoft, and JP Morgan. Now, I do want to...
Okay, that's a different article, but now I'm noticing something here. I mean, maybe I need to clean my glasses, but I'm not seeing a link to 1348. I was thinking about checking it out, and I figured, well, I'll just, click the link in his description. What? Where? I'm confused. Where's the 1348 link? Huh. That's interesting. Okay. Right.
Of course, pull this back into a few different things here: Penn Gaming, AMC, and of course, get back with a quick message for you guys after that information is consumed. Of course, right? The federal investigators searching for collusion among short sellers have posed a surprising question in recent months. Tell us about your trading companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and JP Morgan Chase & Co. Now, this is a bit.
Again, maybe I need to clean out my ears, but and clean my glasses because I'm not seeing AMC in that list, and companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and JP Morgan Chase. Well, AMC is not like any of those companies. Neither is GameStop or the towel company, the towel store. So, that's weird. So much weirdness in this video. I'm starting to get freaked out here.
different because typically they do research on smaller companies, mid to small cap companies, because that's where they can have more influence and actually probably create a little bit more selling pressure with less liquidity. And that's why this is a little bit odd, because these are much larger, more well-known companies that would be, more difficult to kind of manipulate. But hey, desperate times call for desperate measures, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, I know what you said, but I'm trying to figure out how that really makes sense. But anyway, I got to go back because I missed the beginning of what he just
Smaller
said.
Companies, rising question in recent months. Tell us about your trading companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and JP Morgan Chase & Co. Now, this is a bit different because typically they do research on smaller companies, mid.
They do research. Okay, so who's they? Short sellers? So nobody shorts the big companies is what he's saying. I mean, that's stupid. That's nonsense. I mean, yeah, you have smaller research companies that or the companies, firms that would specialize in that. But I mean, we're talking about a bear market here. We're talking about everything went down. So yeah, right. What? God.
To small size, mid to small cap companies.
Review Dork probably kicked his dumb ass out. Honestly, short the VIX and review Pork probably got together and said, you know what, that TMI guy, not too bright. He's gone. Gandhi.
Companies, because that's where they can have more influence and actually probably create a little bit more selling pressure with less liquidity. And that's why this is a little bit odd, because
more selling pressure, less liquidity. Gotcha. Okay. Right. Chuck, he quit the 1348 thing. I think I missed a drama on why. We need to find that drama. That drama needs to be found. And Model 3 dude said he thinks that he talked about it at the beginning of his live stream. I think he talks about it in his first part of his live stream this morning. So we may go back and look at that. And greetings to you, Chuck.
These are much larger, more well-known companies that would be, more difficult to kind of manipulate. But hey, desperate times call for desperate measures, if you know what I'm saying. The U.S. prosecutors have sent subpoenas to ask about transactions in a variety of blue chip stocks to some of the same short sellers,
if you know what I'm saying,
responding to inquiries about a long list of lesser-known companies. This is what I'm talking about, according to people familiar with the matter. Those prior demands were part of a look at how bearish investors gather and publish research about companies with the aim of profiting when a stock is dropping. So you guys do remember back in the day when we had a few months ago, we had iceberg research that popped onto Twitter saying that, hey, we were going short on AMC, whatever it might be. And it's like, these are the kind of things where if you are going short on a company, you don't have to say it. Very rarely do companies ever.
Well, let me tell you something, Pablo, okay? If you go long on a company, guess what? You don't have to fucking say it. And that's all you guys do. Why is it any different for a short seller? Why? How? Why is it any different? Because you're a long, quote-unquote, investor. Probably doesn't even have any shares in AMC. Questionable as to whether he ever did. But besides the point, whatever. He's influencing people on this to go one way with it. So what? I don't get the bias here. I don't get the prejudice here. What? This is... What am I missing? Yeah, no, you don't have to go. You don't have to say that you're shorting something. You sure you don't. You also don't have to say that you're going long on it. But guess what? You can, and you guys do. So one company, one small research outfit last year said, hey, we think AMC is overvalued. Here's why. Here's our research. And you still having a shit fit about it a fucking year later because you don't agree with it. What am I missing here? How is this not fucking retarded? Like, listen to this shit.
So you guys do remember back in the day when we had, a few months ago, we had iceberg research that popped onto Twitter saying that, hey, we were going short on AMC, whatever it might be. And it's like, these are the kind of things where if you are going short on a company, you don't have to say it. Very rarely do companies ever publish what they're going short or long on, right? Now, of course, you can't have ARK invest.
Well, dear, yeah, they do. It's called a 13F filing. Okay, you know what they're going long on. You know what they're going long on. So that's not a question. You don't know what they're going short on. You don't know what they're going short on because they don't have to tell you. So somebody does disclose it and you have a fucking hissy. Okay. Got it.
They do say publicly,
Jesus Christ,
that, hey, we are going short on AMC, whatever it might be. And it's like, these are the kind of things where if you are going short on a company, you don't have to say it. Very rarely do companies ever publish what they're going short or long on, right? Now, of course, you can have ARK Invest that they do say publicly what they do for everything, but sometimes things can come off a little bit more bearish than others. Now, here's an example of exactly what that looks like. Going back to this, Penn.
Well, I mean, that's just fucking stupid. That, like, yeah, clearly, this like feels like he's emotionally hurt
Gaming
about it.
Had a huge issue with Dave Portnoy as a hit piece came out right before earnings. The allegations at first blush seemed like a tabloid fodder. So even the allegations themselves seem a bit much, a bit fictional if you can. But accusation of sexual wrongdoing against.
Well, what website are we on here? What is this? Inside Radio.
To this, Penn Gaming had a huge issue.
He searched for Dave Portnoy, Penn, like what you write with, gaming story, and it's actually Penn, like Pennsylvania, but whatever. And okay. The first article that he skipped was Penn National shares surge a day after getting hammered by blah, 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 new allegation, blah, blah, blah. So he skipped that one to allegations against Barstool's Dave Portnoy causing headaches for the gaming company. Oh, my God. Oh, my Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's cherry pick some shit, shall we? Oh my God! What the
issue
fuck?
With Dave Portnoy as a hit piece came out right before earnings. The allegations at first blush seemed like a tabloid fodder. So even the allegations themselves seem a bit much, a bit fictional if you can. But accusation of sexual wrongdoing against Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy are reportedly causing headaches for the gambling company Penn National, which in 2020 took a 36% ownership stake in the producer of podcasts and online content. Now, of course, sexual assault should never be taken as a joke. This is not so much going to be specifically about the sexual assault, but about the hit piece itself. Hiding it behind a paid wall, using that information to
hiding it behind a paid wall. So that means that it wasn't accessible to everybody. How does that help your argument at all? I don't pay for paywall articles. I like open the new private tabs and shit to get Bloomberg articles and stuff. Like, but it only works for so many articles. So what? God, this kid, oh my God, this is so dumb.
Collect customers as well as do the deeds of what potentially would be a paid advertorial to short a company. You can see here, Penn Gaming took a freaking hit.
You took the words
right before earnings. And since then,
you took the words right out of my mouth. Model 3 dude, but it wasn't when I was kissing you. Oh, yeah. Too long at work, not enough sleep. But no. Exactly. This kid has no clue. No clue. None. Whatever. None whatsoever. Jesus Christ. I mean, this is the TMC. We're getting back to the TMI that I know and that we know and love. He got diverted for that 1348 cult. He's broken out of the cult back to his old dumb self. Oh, I love it. It's fucking great.
He has really never recovered. We're talking about taking a hit from closing above $70 and companies now trading at 33. And now, of course,
I can't help but notice. I mean, you know what I'm going to say. Dude, come on. Come on. Yeah. It started going down after November. Oh, yeah. Market peak, anyone. And then, oh, yeah, it hasn't recovered. Jesus Christ. Fuck me.
Some pullback. But when we're looking at this, guys, this day itself had a 21% pullback. If that never had a 21% pullback and the company did not have to go through that BS, who knows where the company would be at this point in time? But
oh, yeah, the whole market wouldn't have gone down. Yeah, of course. Russia wouldn't have invaded Ukraine. I mean, this really is to blame for everything. This right here. God damn it. These short sellers, they caused the war in Ukraine. They caused the inflation to sky. I mean, what? Does he even listen to himself? Does he even listen to this shit that he puts out? Holy fuck.
Since that point, the company has been on a constant pullback, and it seems like, this would be in favor of those who were shorting the company. It seemed very...
Oh, really? Brilliant.
What you guys been saying recently? Crime.
Oh my God. It's crime because a gaming company, which is like, not any type of necessity. Let's be clear here. It's not a necessity at all. Is down. The overall market is down. We know why. There's no way that he actually listens to his videos after he records them and thinks about it. Like, does this make sense? I don't see how that's possible. Or he's just really an idiot. I mean, or he's somebody with an agenda and he doesn't care about anything else. But either way, I mean, this is garbage. Total garbage.
One of the most interesting thing is I saw something that was interesting more recently and more specifically with a stock that you guys are, more familiar with. I saw Cat Striker tweet this out today.
Here we go. Oh,
Don't
Cat
go
Striker.
8 for AMC.
Cat Striker. Yes, of course. She tweeted it out. She tweeted it out. She broke the story. I'm surprised it wasn't Unusual Whales. He usually breaks the stories.
Be a real investor instead. The fuck does that mean? And
it means you're not a real investor. I'll say it. It means you're a fucking joke. It means everybody knows you're a fucking joke. Quit the 1348 cold. It doesn't fucking matter. That, makes you even more of a joke. Even though that, whatever. Yeah.
The NASDAQ. From the NASDAQ.
No, it's not from the NASDAQ. It's from somebody named Tradesmith. It's an author. Actually, it's, let's see, what is it? It says right here, the views and opinions expressed herein are the views and opinions of the author and do not necessarily reflect those of NASDAQ Incorporated. And Tradesmith's bio, whatever. You can go look at it. But yeah, NASDAQ didn't write this. They just publish it. They publish all kinds of news. Look, Reuters, they have stuff. They republish stuff from all kinds of news sources. Reuters, I've seen stuff on there. From the Motley Fool, yes. Benzinga.
From the NASDAQ. Just shocking. This is almost as bad as when they put out the whole meme retailer video and they're kind of making fun of retail investors, the same people who they're trying to, educate and protect. It's cringeworthy. It's sad. Getting back to this, guys. This came out September 8th. And it's even more frustrating that it came out September 8th because look at this. What time did it come out? 10 a.m.
Oh my God.
Since that article came out, AMC has run 28% at the peak and is currently sitting up 21%. That is shocking.
Wait a minute.
And of course, you're going to have people say, well, it's the tinfoil hat theory. Maybe it is, right?
So he's seriously saying that this quote unquote hit piece came out. The stock is up. And I mean, he didn't outright say it, but he said it with the other one. So, I mean, the implication is, it's crime. So what is he saying? It should be up more? I got to hear that shit again. I mean, this makes no sense whatsoever.
On educate and protect is cringeworthy. It's sad. Getting back.
Imagine being a fucking AMC YouTuber and saying that something is cringeworthy. I mean, seriously, imagine that. I can't imagine that. That is ridiculous. Everything in this video is ridiculous. Holy shit.
This came out September 8th. And it's
Thursday. That's when the market started rallying.
Even more frustrating that it came out September 8th because look at this. What time did it come out? 10 a.m. Since that article came out, AMC has run 28% at the peak and is currently sitting up 21%.
So good. Put out more FUD articles then. It'll make AMC go up? What is he saying?
That is shocking. That is frustrating to see. And of course, you're going to have people say, well, it's the tinfoil hat theory. Maybe Maybe it is, right? But when you do see that there's investigation going on here with the DOJ in regards to, the short selling practices with these larger cap companies, what do you think's going on with the smaller cap companies? What do you think's going on with the mid cap companies? Like, this is just,
Oh, look, a straw man argument. Straw man argument enters the chat.
a very murky place to be. And right now when the market isn't necessarily as liquid as it's ever been, people get a little bit more desperate to do some crazy things. So I did want to highlight this, guys. Keep an eye out.
There is no coherent thesis whatsoever in this video. I don't know what the fuck he's trying to say. There is no coherent, cohesive message whatsoever except, AMC good. Buy AMC. That's the undertext, subtext. Crime. Anything goes down, it's crime. Anybody says anything bad about the company that you feel emotional about, it's crime. I mean, give me a fucking break, dude. And no, you're not a real fucking investor. You are not. You're not a real investor. You're not a real trader. You're a fucking joke. You're a gambler. You and your cult followers are gamblers, period. Not investors. Not investors.
For different news pieces, articles, and this is not just specifically for AMC, GME, or APE. This is for anything you guys are really invested in. All right. Make sure if you guys are investing in anything at this point in time, you guys are staying up to date with the news. You guys are staying up to date with the news.
Yeah. Read all the news. Trade based off the news. That's a good way to. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it.
You guys stay up to date with everything because the tactics.
Subscribe to Bloomberg. Get a Bloomberg terminal.
That are being used right now to potentially short companies or break them down. There's a wide net that's being casted right now. So be careful, all right? So, anyways, guys, that's what I got for you guys today.
Fuck?
Thank you guys very much.
That is some fucking bullshit. That's one of the worst videos I've ever seen from him. Seriously, terrible, absolutely fucking horrible. Like that's embarrassingly bad. Okay, oh yeah, Manny sent the link. Cool. So, okay, here it is. All right, good. Got the time code and everything. Let's do it. So he's going to talk about leaving his 1348 trading cult. And that's surprising. That's actually shocking because that was such a cash cow for him. Now he's going to actually have to learn how to trade. Holy shit. Okay, while that's loading, let's see what we got here. Now he thinks he's cool because he has 2 camera angles. Yeah, that's stupid. Who else started doing that? A review dork, I think, started doing that, maybe. And so, and Shart the Vix now, he dresses nice. Remember, like Jack Hunter used to. And then Jack was like, fuck it. I don't care. I'm going back to not even wearing a shirt on stream. Fuck it. Hey guys, it's Jack Hunter. I just sell my shirt. Like, these guys are such clowns. They're all such clowns. It's so ridiculous. TMI, don't cry. Buy NASDAQ. It's listed on the NASDAQ. Yeah. So upset he can't. So upset. Model 3 dude can't type. I know the feeling. Okay, so here he's deep in thought. He's trying to figure out how he's going to tell his cult here. TMI's baby mama. Ugh.
Future for myself.
Oh, here we go.
It's going to look a little bit different. I have informed the team at Trade 1348 that I'm going to be taking a step back. I'm going to be stepping away.
A step back. Oh, yes. The old step back, stepping away, stepping back. Yeah, step back.
What's next for me? I don't know. I'm going to figure it out.
Okay, so he announced that he's stepping back. What's next? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Interesting. Yeah. So that's usually what happens, right? I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I just said to those guys, I got to take a step back. Not because I got something else. I just have to take a step back. I'll figure out what to do. I mean, yeah, that happens, of course. Don't get me wrong. But they were all so gung-ho about this. It doesn't sound like he voluntarily stepped back. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he did. I don't know. But yeah, that does not sound like a, hey guys, y'all are my best friends, and I love you, and we, we have private times together, but I'm gonna have to take a step back. It sounds more like something antagonistic, something, not so pleasant. Because I don't think Review Dork was like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Well, you'll figure it out, man.
Oh,
God.
I do think that there's a lot of things going on right now.
Like, he doesn't even know what to say. He doesn't even know what to say. He has nothing to say. He's not looking at the camera. Fucking clown. Yeah, he's afraid. Absolutely.
That I like.
He looks like a goddamn scared fucking puppy. Oh my God.
And I think we've come a long way over the last 18 months.
Huh.
So whatever I do next, I do want to make sure.
Yeah, maybe you have. Look at all these bag holders in your fucking chat. We got you. Amazing AMC mom. Those are 3 words that don't belong together. Amazing AMC mom. Jesus Christ. I mean, that's a fucking child services call waiting to happen right there.
It's still to kind of push that in the right direction. But yeah, that's what's next for me.
So what's next for you is, you don't know, but it's not 1348. I mean, I gotta go back, and I'm not gonna stop it. We're gonna listen to it all the way through, and we're gonna roll into it too. Let's see. I'm gonna go back a little bit before where we started, and let him get into this, and I'm not gonna stop it. I promise. I'm gonna mute my mic too.
So, quick update for you guys before we get into the week. I don't want to do this before the market starts. I don't want to do this during the market. I kind of want to focus on stocks and the action, and kind of keep our attention there to make sure that we can kind of be as efficient as possible in the market. So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, TMI update, if you will. How do I say this? The future for myself, it's going to look a little bit different. I have informed the team at Trade 1348 that I'm going to be taking a step back. I'm going to be stepping away. What's next for me? I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. I do think that there's a lot of things going on right now with retail investors that I like. And I think we've come a long way over the last 18 months. So whatever I do next, I do want to make sure it's still to kind of push that in the right direction. But yeah, that's what's next for me. So the communication between me and the team, perfectly fine, no issues. Spoke to them yesterday. No drama. And it's gonna stay like that. I'm not doing anything on social. I'm not doing anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm just doing me. All right. So that's just an update for me. I'm going to speak to those who I would consider to be on my team to kind of figure out what the next step is for me and where we can kind of go and what we can kind of create and what we can kind of do. I'm sure there's going to be people that like what I do next. I'm sure there's people that don't like what I do next. But whatever it is that I do decide to do next, outside of this, because I do think that this is what I love to do: stream, market, create content, have fun. We got a good community here. Is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be educational. It's gonna be something along the lines of what I've built my brand on. what the community has gravitated towards, and what I stand for. So that's it. Good morning.
That's it.
Quick update. And there's a lot of people, and listen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it
There's
is
a lot
painful.
of people that are currently in trade 1348, retail investors, that I do want to make sure I can still support at any given time. So I would say, feel free if you guys have any questions in regards to trades, in regards to understanding how things work, in regards to anything really. Send me a message, whether it's on Discord, whether it's on Twitter.
Will you talk about 1348 if we ask you about that? Or did you sign an NDA? Can you not talk about it? It's a proprietary system.
If you have any market questions, I'm still there. I'm here, but I'm still there for you. All right. So don't feel as if I'm stepping away from you guys. It's just it's business, right? It's just not for me. All right, guys. So with that,
There you go.
get back to the market. No biggie. All right. Yeah.
Hey, TMI, you seem sad. Did I miss something? Also, there was this person who said, excuse me, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? 1449. 1449. Oh my God, that's actually brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? Holy shit. 1247. That's going to be my... I mean, 1348. I'm making the jack off motion right now. 1348. These are the best ones. It's been proven. As long as you don't get bought off by Citadel, and look at all these chats. We got your back. I'll ride with you. Whiteboard with Trey. Oh God. You don't need anyone else. You just do you. Do what makes you happy, no matter what you do. Lots of success. Good job, TMI. We got your back. And then also the names. Eternal Lindsay. TMI's baby mama, of course. OBX Missy. Amanda Page. Super Mom. Super Mom. Angie. Felicia, the trader. Yes. Thank you. Like, they're happy about it. They don't like those. Well, Review Dork is, what did you guys say that he was? Alpha male. Thinks he's the alpha male with his coke and hookers BS. So yeah, right there, that alone is going to turn off a lot of people. It's going to probably turn off a lot of females. Now, I'm not being sexist or anything. I'm just I'm being decent and respectful. No, I mean, yeah, coke and hookers. Come on, like that's not something I wouldn't want my mom to see that that was it's just not. This is not decent. It's trashy, is what it is. It's trashy. He's a trashy individual. And so yeah, I mean, all these women in the chat, they're like, yeah, I'm glad you got rid of that trashy individual you were with there. So, ever since Vix started wearing that cheap suit, I can't stand the 1348 plug all the time. Even these people, they realize at least that guy's full of shit. I mean, of course, they're still supporting this clown and throwing all their support behind him. So, I mean, whatever. 1 step forward, 2 step. 1 step backwards, 10 steps forward. You know, that's not really how it works, but I guess that's ape. That's ape. He does not want pushback from Dork or VIX. I wouldn't either. Those are two very, you know, I mean, I want to say psychotic, but you know, a little bit fucked up. So I wouldn't want it either. And my connection seems to have taken a nosedive here, but let's see if I can get this back. I see the viewer number dropping off, probably because, yeah, my bit rate has taken a shit. So TMI, it got back to TMI that we're making fun of him here, and he called YouTube, he called up Google, and had said, hey, slow that asshole Scott Allen down, would you? Would you just slow him down? Just, whoa, slow down a little bit here. Whoa, Nelly. 10, 200, 1234. I mean, all these work. 10, 200 equals taking a shit. Okay. So, yeah, great. Awesome. Good for you. Can you talk about this? SEC greenlights 35 trillion pension pot for clearinghouse default. Well, okay. Anytime the apes see large numbers, they assume it's for them. It's like anytime, you know, you have a dog or a cat, anytime you have meat around and they smell it, they're like, oh, it's for me. That's for me. That's the apes when they see these large fucking numbers. Oh, 35 trillion for pensions. Wait a minute. We should get paid first. It's not like these people worked and are retiring or whatever, getting a pension. No. That money should go to us first. We're the priority. We're the risk to the market. That's got to be the implication. I mean, it always has been in the past. Wow. So this is a thing about cults. You know, yeah, you have some people that fall out, and sometimes people that fall out are some of the leaders. And we're seeing that, you know, the wheels come off part of it, but the wheels come off one box car on the train here and there. But by and large, the train is still moving. The train's not derailed. And I don't think the train is going to derail anytime soon. I will stand by that because, you know, you have people, you always going to have finance news, and they're always going to get thousands of views every day on their nonsense. Game over. The ortex. Yes, the ortex. It's like the Citadel. The ortex just confirmed synthetic shares for APE and AMC stock. The ortex did. Oh, okay. The ortex probably did nothing of the sort. But yeah, okay, whatever. Got 1,000 views in an hour. 1,000 views in an hour. Robinhood, we are taking away the buy button for AMC stock. I guarantee they did not say that because I can see right there he's using a fucking tweet from Spence Froggy Stonks. I mean, yeah, a verifiable fucking moron. 1,300 views in 2 hours. So that, as long as that shit is in demand, I'm sorry, the train is moving. It is moving towards another train. You know, that's the thing. It is definitely on a course to catastrophically derail. No question about it. But right now, everybody on the train is smoking cigars and sipping whiskey, having a grand old time, just like the, you know, hear the train coming round the bend. They're probably, they're probably drinking coffee and smoking cigars on that train. It's an old Johnny Cash reference, but you know what I mean. They don't know. They are still daydream believers. Let me tie this all together. They're still daydream believers. Only YouTuber I might be careful is Commander 35, but now we're on the same side. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Somebody like that, I would be willing to bet if AMC let's say AMC goes up to $22. I'm sorry, $22. Will the windsock change directions? Will people like that come back around? Because we've seen that before. We've seen it before a lot, actually. So I would be careful that he would, shift again. And if that happens, we know it's not that he came to his senses. He's just going with the momentum. He's trying to be smart about going with the momentum, which makes you really a grifter. But I would be careful with him because I think he's pathological, personally. But and I'm sorry, I don't forget the past. I don't forget all of the shit when he would pull out guns and talk about shooting people and stuff like that and play with his knife on screen. That's not cool. It's good that he's not grifting on AMC, I guess, but that damage has already been done, in my opinion. Oh, we're going up. Now Scavenger says we're going up. Look, he's a little Trey. He wants to be Trey. Next thing you know, he'll start doing speed 2, and he'll end up like Trey. He'll grow his fucking mustache and stop wearing fleece jackets and show his chest hair, and he's another Trey. He's a Trey wannabe, period. And he's wearing the Wall Street Bets sunglasses. Look at it. You can see right there. Look, he's wearing the Wall Street Bets sunglasses. These guys are clowns. They're caricatures. They are literally like fucking cartoon characters. Watch before Tuesday. Oh, he's going to talk about CPI. That's what's happening. That's what happens tomorrow. CPI. Yeah, watch before Tuesday because you don't know about this because I'm telling you, and you don't know anything. The nuclear option. KC Shaw, when people ask why AMC Ape, don't forget your whys. Oh, wow, that's really put so eloquently. When people ask why about AMC/Ape, don't forget your whys. Yeah, that's great. That's so catchy. Shit, I'm gonna have to get that on a tattoo. I mean, what a clown. AMC and ADD, more like AMC and AMC and AMC and MDD, major delusional disorder. How about that? There you go. There's your clinical diagnosis. Fucking clown. Okay. Oh, Boss Blunts with a 34-minute video. SEC to allow more pension fund losses. Wow, that's a loaded title. SEC to allow more pension fund losses. Okay, Marcel. When the market goes down, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but everything kind of goes down who are invested in the stuff that goes down. So yeah, while it's lamentable that pension funds are going to lose, what do you want? You want the Fed to print more money. What is the implication here? And I don't even care to find out, but I'm against my better judgment. You want Manny wants a bad CPI number. Let me guess. Because it's going to make the market pop. Because we are in dumbass retard market time right now, where Wall Street is running their long fucking con, and when we have bad news, opportunity for shorts to take profit. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I mean, I want a bad CPI number too, but because I want there to be no question. I want it to be unequivocal that this shit is not getting better, and I want there to be no question that the Fed is not going to pivot, because I don't believe that they will. I don't think they can. I mean, this is larger than us at this point. It's much larger than us, and the fact that the markets are rallying, it's sure, short covering, bear market rally, absolutely happens. But I mean, at some point, reality has to fucking set in. I'm sorry, it has to set in. That's what we were talking about last night. Anyway, bad numbers coming. The question is, what will it elicit in the market? And the way that it rallied today, again, and especially even after the close, it shot up more. That kind of tells me that, I mean, the expectation came out today. The inflation expectation was lower. So the previous expectation was for July, I guess, was 6.2. They forecasted 6.1, and the expectation that came out today, was 5.7. This is just the expectation. So it's kind of like, and this is all backward looking anyway, and we're talking about August here. So, but they're setting up the expectation for it to be lower. I mean, I don't see how the market doesn't rally tomorrow. I mean, honestly, but except for the fact that it has for the last 4 days, but that doesn't mean it can't tomorrow. It's just like, okay, yeah, you're gonna rally it, but this is not sustainable. This is not real buying. It's not real positioning, in my opinion. And when you look at the put call ratios and things like that on the futures, it's not really that. It's not super bullish. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I just it's like. Yeah, and I think that that's foolish. I don't think that inflation has peaked, and it doesn't even matter if it has peaked, because it doesn't go away as quickly as it comes. That's the thing, and especially with the market already moving past it like this, we haven't had any time. I mean. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. So I'm just gonna leave it there. But I don't think that inflation has peaked. I think that the pivot narrative is nonsense, and I think that bulls are in for a shock. That's all I'm gonna say. And I don't think it's gonna be a straight line down, but I don't think we've seen the bottom of the market. I don't think we have. If you look at the last two crashes. You didn't see the bottom until almost a year and a half later. So it's a process, because Wall Street never, they don't lose money. So that's why this shit, it rallies up and it goes down, and they have to cover their asses, and it's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, and I hate it. I hate them. I really do. I hate them. They all fucking go to hell and fucking die. It's stupid. It is really stupid. It is the fucking most contrived system that you could possibly have. I'll say that. It is the most fucking contrived, illogical bullshit ever. It has nothing to do with what these companies are actually worth. And retail sales tanking big time, absolutely. Nobody's spending. I mean, shit. I got fast food today, for the first time in a long time, like months, and I mean, $15 for a fast food meal. Now, granted, I was a little hungry because I hadn't eaten since lunch, and I'm talking like 8 o'clock in the evening. So, whatever. But like $15 $15. Yeah, I'm not doing that again anytime soon. Anytime soon. No fucking way. And you can't get out of the grocery store for less than $80. It seems like I can't. Three bags of bullshit, $80. So I don't know. Everybody's experience is different. I'm not rich. I'm a blue collar worker. Work with my hands. So. I don't know. Corporations want that inflation to keep trending. Their profits are breaking records. They're the profitable ones anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I can't say. I can't really speak to that, but I don't know. I don't know whose profits are breaking records because a lot of the stuff that I see is margins are down. But I mean, like, I don't know. Yeah, can you go into a little bit more detail, Lynn? Because I mean, I just don't know. But I mean, that seems to make sense. But I mean, if costs are up, I mean, by and large, I don't think this is like a. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not saying I disagree. I just don't know. Model 3 wife was in the Nordstrom's today and the store was empty. Manny posted a picture of Bed Bath and Beyond and it was like I thought it was closed. I thought it was legitimately closed and he went in. Did we watch that video on I don't even know if we watched that video on the stream or not, but it was I think it was on a weekend night that he took a video in a Bed Bath and Beyond store and it was like I mean, we didn't even see a worker. We didn't even see a worker in there, and let alone another customer. Can you find cat food where you are? Canned cat food shortage in Miami. That's been a problem for a while here, but only at certain stores. Like, it makes no sense. Walmart, yeah. Walmart, I mean, it's pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic. I mean, it's a little better now, but it was pathetic. I mean, it was like there was 0 cans of cat food. Yeah, none. Go across the street to Target, and they have everything in stock. So that's kind of like what it is. It's just like hit or miss, and I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you can get it, but yeah, I mean, let me say this: my cat, whose name is Frankie, he fortunately, I've been able to get his favorites, but for a while, I mean, yeah, we had to like, try to say, hey, look, dude, there's this inflation going on right now. It's not me. You know that I like to give you the kind that you like, but retail is decreasing inventory and boosting prices. I heard that Walmart has a surplus. This was a while ago, a month or so ago. Walmart has surplus of inventory, so they were, slashing prices on stuff and liquidating a lot of stuff. I haven't seen that at all. In fact, I've seen less clearance shit there. Like, I normally stock up on, certain clothes items, for work and stuff that I just, don't care if they get ripped or battery acid on. And I haven't been able to do that. I mean, I usually find pairs of jeans and like khaki slacks for like $3, $5 on clearance. Eventually, none of that stuff. None of it. So it's not good. I mean, I usually go in and buy, 5 pairs and whatever, sometimes buy them out because $3, $5. I mean, I still have a couple pairs I've never even worn. But, yeah, so I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it necessarily. Like, let's see. What does it say here? Core inflation rate. Previous was 5.9. Forecast 5.9. Inflation year over year. Previous 8.5. Forecast 8.1. I mean, that's not really. I mean, yeah, it's lower. And it sure, it's an excuse for Wall Street to, pump the shit and then fucking crash. And then, basically, that's what so I think here's what I've set up for the next, whatever, short-term period-ish. And I could be completely wrong on this, but if this is, so inflation rate 8.1, it was 8.5 previously, or core inflation, they're saying the same. Who knows? But let's just say that both are better. by 0.5% or whatever, market rally. So short term bullish. I mean, not really, but I mean, it's going to go up. So whatever. But longer, medium term to longer term bearish. That's my stance on it. But I mean, in core inflation rate month over month, okay, core inflation month over month, previous 0.3%, they're forecasting 0.4%. Okay, all right, so I'm getting mixed signals here. I mean, this is whatever, it's forecast, who knows? I don't think anybody knows now that I think about it, but 2022 profits fell in Q1 but broke trend in Q2, dropped a link, can find a better one in a few. Okay, let's see what we got here. Trading economics. I dig it. I dig it. I always forget how much stuff is on this site. It really is a great site. I really do like it. I do look at it every day. I look at it for futures. I look at it for commodities. And of course the economic calendar. So, but like, if you want to look at all the crypto, boom, it's right there. You don't have to fuck with trading view and all that shit. Or commodities, So let's see. Yeah, whatever. Anything here? Oats are way down. 10%. Lumber's up 9%. Lumber has been fucking weird. But let's see what we got here. Corporate profits in the United States rose 9.1% to a fresh record high of US dollars 2.62 trillion in the second quarter of 2022, following a 4.9% drop in the previous record. Net cash flow with inventory valuation adjustment, the internal funds available to corporations for investment, rose 5.8% to 3.34 trillion, while net dividends fell 0.2% to 1.47 trillion. Meanwhile, undistributed profits skyrocketed 23.8% to 1.15 trillion. Wow. Okay. Q3 is going to be hell on earth. And I think you can say hell in here. I think you can say all of it. I mean, I don't think it certainly, I don't know, whatever. Say whatever you want. So that actually came out, came out last month for Q2. Okay, second one was better. Excuse me. Oh. Wife asked me if that's our emotional stress plant. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad that somebody noticed. Somebody noticed. Thank you, Model 3 wife. I appreciate that. Somebody's paying attention. I mean, everybody else is preoccupied with all this nonsense, so you can't really blame them, but I do appreciate that. So, Q1, third, second. Anyway, whatever. Down 2.2%. Second quarter. Well, what is this second, third? Oops. 6.1%. Annual. Oh, whoa. 5.2%. 2021 up 25%. Profits from current production, corporate profits with inventory valuation and capital consumption adjustments increased 175.2 billion in the second quarter, in contrast to a decrease of 63.8 billion in the first quarter. Note, corporate profits are not available with the first advance estimate of GDP for each quarter. For the fourth quarter only, corporate profits are not available in the first or second. I find this actually to be more confusing than the first one, to be honest with you, but that's just me. Of course, that one is from the government. So what does Maverick say? The cooks are in the kitchen, cooking. I mean, it's the same data, right? But anyway, so this is corporate profits. So, oh dear. Yeah, Bureau of Economic Analysis, the BEA. So it's the same exact data. Corporate profits. Right there. Well, you know, at least they're making more money. At least corporations are making more profit. I mean, that's the only thing that matters. I mean, seriously. That is there we go. That's truly, you know, this is truly the important thing. Let's be honest. But again, also, let's see, I kind of want like 13 years, but or so. About 06. 03, no. 06, 05, whatever. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, corporate profits took such a hit in 2007, 2008. It's, you know, it really is unfortunate what happened to corporations. I mean, okay, right? So this is the GFC, Great Financial Crisis, and then started the low zero interest rate policy, quantitative easing, and look at what happens to corporate profits. Oh yeah. I mean, on one hand, I have a really hard time believing that this is, you know, I mean, shit. We've raised interest rates, and they're supposedly tightening the balance sheet. Yet corporate profits went up. I mean, I'm just going to say this. Who is the one who's getting fucked here? Who's the ones who are getting fucked? Yeah, this system is a scam, essentially. And I'm not the only one who thinks that, by the way. The Maverick of Wall Street has said that in not so different words. He believes that this system is a fucking scam. And I do too. And I'm not saying that because he said it. Like, it really was very vindicating to hear him say that. Because I respect what he says. I respect his analysis and opinion and knowledge. So, you know, whatever, for whatever that's worth. But, you know, this is... When are we ever going to fucking learn? When are we ever going to learn? Well, I mean, the market always goes up. That may be true, but I mean, we're talking profit here. I wish that we could see this in a percentage of profit margin, gross margin. I don't know. I'm sure that has to be somewhere. It might even be. It's probably on Fred. Corporate profit margin. Yeah, the middle class, of course, always. You know, and I'm sorry, not sorry for, you know, because I'm a member of the working class, and, you know, yeah, it's unsustainable. This shit is fucking unsustainable. Well, I didn't say you sounded crazy, but I'm glad that we have, you know, I just didn't, you know, that's exactly what I wanted to see. No, well, not really. That's not, but, you know, that's what we needed to see because people say things like that and, you know, we never really see the data. Now we have the data. So, and we do, I mean, I prefer really to call it, you know, it's a corporate oligarchy. You could call it that. You could call it, really, it's approaching a fascist style in the sense that fascism merging of corporate and state interests. I'm not talking about Nazi Germany. But you know, essentially, who makes the rule? Who makes the rules? Who writes? Who influences the lawmakers? You know, I mean, I mean, where are those lines? But I don't want to get kicked off YouTube for, you know, being a socialist or something. I mean, which is not at all the same thing. But anyway, whatever. You can't convince people. Corporate capitalism, unchecked corporate capitalism is unsustainable. I'll say that. I've said it. I will say it again. I'll never stop saying it. It's unsustainable. It is an unsustainable system. Endless increase of profit is unsustainable. It is not logical. It doesn't work. Yeah, it works for a time, and people think it will work forever. It won't, because what happens? We're already seeing it. What happened in the 80s? I've talked about this a lot. I had uncles who worked at Fisher Body, contract manufacturer for GM, made automotive body parts, chassis, all kinds of shit. Those jobs went away. They got outsourced. So that's a lot of manufacturing, blue collar, middle class jobs where my uncles, my grandfathers worked at jobs like this, supported families on one income, bought houses, went on vacations, bought cars, bought boats, retired with pensions on one income, working with their hands, building shit. Those jobs went away so that fucking empty suits on Wall Street could get rich and have a fourth fucking yacht. Fuck that. But getting back to what I was saying, yeah, so that happened. Why? Increased profit. Corporations became financialized. It's not so much about they don't make their money building the shit anymore. It's all financial trickery nonsense. Export to places like China and, you know, Vietnam, Mexico, wherever. Those countries, middle class grows because they're the ones doing what our uncles and grandfathers used to do here. Well, you know, you have the same problem basically being generated. But how do you increase profit more at that point? Oh, and we hear about, oh yeah, well, you know, everybody's job is going to be taken over by a robot. AI is going to take over everything. Yada yada yada. Who was it? I think it was Cathie Wood. Was it Cathie Wood who was saying AI is the investment you want to be in because AI is going to be in every business is going to be in AI. I think it was Cathie Wood. Oh, great. So then, you know, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do then? They've already taken the jobs away, by and large. Now they're going to be taken away again. I mean, it's unsustainable. It's an unsustainable system. Yeah, okay, it was Cathie Wood. And, you know, the Romans thought that their system was also bulletproof. Every society, every civilization thinks that they have figured it out and that they have figured out the secrets. And we think that we figured it out. It's this fake fucking money. It's this fiat currency, you know, that Wall Street throws around like it's nothing. Yeah. Anyway, it'll probably be the same for our lifetimes. I don't think it'll probably change in our lifetimes, but I mean it's not a sustainable fucking system. A good book about that whole process is The Great U-Turn, and I've talked about this before. The Great U-Turn by Bennett Harrison and Barry Bluestone. Yes. The corporate restructuring and the polar. Let's see. I've talked about this book before. It's fantastic. I have it sitting right here. Right here on the shelf in front of me. But it was from the 90s. It's not a new book, but it's all about this period. Actually, it's from 1990. Wow, look at that. Imagine that. Something from 1990 could be relevant today. But this is not a very good summary. This devastating critique by the authors of The Deindustrialization of America, which is another good, documents how the economic policies of the Reagan era have damaged the American standard of living and suggests how this trend may be reversed. Highly recommend that. But yeah, it's the financialization. It talks about that, about how corporations, you know, it didn't used to be. They used to reinvest in they reinvest in R&D and into their employees, and their profit margins were not increasing and sky high, and that changed during that wow, YouTube. Let's look at YouTube. They're hitting my bit rate again. Neoliberal revolution, if you will. Let's see here. Man, he's up 50% in Dollar Tree and 25% in Dollar General. Invest in generational poverty. Oh my God, I hate those stores. I hate those type of stores. Oh my God, that right there. Good for you making money on it. I don't care what anybody makes money. Make money on whatever. Make money on buy fentanyl stock for all I care. But I mean, those stores though. I mean, and we have this problem here in certain areas in the inner city. No grocery stores. No real grocery stores, nowhere to buy produce, nowhere to buy actual real food. You have plenty of these stores on every corner. Dollar General, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, all these type of stores. And it's the only thing that's in these neighborhoods that's right. And then it's basically glorified convenience stores. And yeah, it's just, it's garbage. It's garbage. That's I watched a video. It was like this dude was like showing street view images of different places in America, and it was like, guess where this is? And every one of them looked the same. And it was like 16 different images from 16 different states, and it all looked the fucking same. You had fast food restaurants, those type of stores, chains of everything, gas stations. It all looks the same. It's very homogenous in that sense. It's garbage. I mean, whatever. Consumer Price Index showed a 4% rise in housing, 12% in the price of meat, and the cost to buy a used car is up more than 40%. And that's as of the last CPI, or I mean, we're not talking about the one today, right? Or tomorrow. So, oh, okay. I see now. I see now. And actually, that book is from 1988. So, NPR. Oh my God. All this liberal shit. I'm just kidding. I used to listen to NPR a lot, all the time. Nina Totenberg, I like her. And, what's the guy's name? Fuck, it's been so long. It's been a long time. But I kind of stopped listening to the news because it just, it's depressing. Prices are up. Profits for companies skyrocketing. Corporate profit margins are the largest they've been in 70 years. Okay, that's exactly the data. That's exactly what I was looking for, Lynn. You're amazing. And that's caused progressive leaders like Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren to cry foul, saying some companies are using the pandemic as a cover to raise prices far more than is warranted. Okay, professor of economics at University of Massachusetts Amherst. By the way, that's where Professor Richard Wolff used to teach as well. He's a friend of the channel, or well, I mean, I'm a fan of his, but I don't talk about that much because talk about liking a Marxian economist, but it goes deep. She studied pricing policies in the context. Let's see. Should we just listen to this? 5-minute listen. Yeah, perfect.
Prices are up all over the place at the gas pump, in the grocery store, at the car lot. This week, the federal government reported a 7.5% increase in the cost of goods.
This is from February. I just want to be full disclosure. This is from February, but it's still relevant. We're still dealing with this here. So let's see what we got here real quick here. Before Tom Hartman's show got sponsored by Sputnik. Really? Chris Hedges used to be on RT, I've been following Chris Hedges for a long time, like close to 20 years. And I was actually was happy that he actually had a show on, some type of media before, but of course he's not on RT anymore. That was a whole big thing. But I think he also has he did something on the Real News Network, which is pretty good, which is that channel network, whatever, was started by Paul J, who also now has his own. He's no longer with the Real News Network. He has a YouTube channel called The Analysis, which is really good. But again, it's I don't like to get too much into politics on here, but yeah. But anyway, this is from February. Warren is all over Powell about rate hikes. Yeah, I know. I've heard. Unfortunately, Elizabeth Warren sounds good on paper, but I think she's kind of an idiot. With all due respect, I don't really like her. At the end of the day, she's a corporate Democrat. At the end of the day, these people are all corporate Democrats. They all pretty much vote with the corporate Democrats, and that's a problem. She's part of the problem. I'm sorry. What has she really done? What have these people really done? Who, I don't know. I understand that's the system we have, but at the end of the day, these people talk. They have a big, mean talk, but there are also what does she want? Let's not raise rates. Let's not pull money out of the system. Let's keep. Inflation is a monetary phenomenon. That's why we have inflation first and foremost, is because of the $6+ trillion that was put in the system. It's basic, supply and demand economics. And we've had zero. The rates have been zero. They kind of went up and then they dropped back down to zero. That can't be. That cannot be. So yeah. A wet noodle. Yeah. Yeah, she's an idiot, and I lean left, obviously, but that doesn't mean that she's a corporate Democrat. She's a corporate Democrat. Trey, Sputnik's independent contractor, he was trashing Biden's investments in Ukraine. Yeah, I heard you. I saw that you were saying that earlier. Yeah, Trey is just trash. He's just trash. Let's be honest. Trey's trash. Trey's trash. Okay, so we'll listen to this real quick. 5 minutes. It's from February. Okay, so we're talking about corporate profits rising despite rising inflation. Okay.
all across the board compared to a year ago. The Consumer Price Index showed a 4% rise in housing, a 12% increase in the price of meat, and the cost to buy a used car is up more than 40%. But here's another reality. While families are dealing with sticker shock, profits for companies that put these goods on shelves, well, those are skyrocketing. Data from the U.S. Commerce Department shows that corporate profit margins are the largest they've been in 70 years. And that's caused progressive leaders like Senators Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren to cry foul, saying some companies are using the pandemic as a cover to raise prices far more than is warranted. As is often the case where economic theory is concerned, there are a variety of opinions about this. So we've called Isabella Weber. She is a professor of economics at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. She has studied pricing policies in the context of rapid economic transitions, and she is with us now to talk about all this. Professor Weber, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Michelle.
So we see the price of pretty much everything going up, and we are told that these are supply chain disruptions or labor shortages, both of which are pandemic related, and at the same time, corporations are reporting record profits, and that just seems counterintuitive to many people. So what's your take on why those two things are happening at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we have to realize that the supply chain issues are very real, right? So in normal times, companies, also very large companies, mainly compete over being able to deliver their products quickly, attracting customers through advertisement and so on. So if demand goes up, they basically react by delivering more of the stuff that they are producing. But what's happening now is that suddenly, because this gigantic conveyor belt system, if you want so, is not working properly, stuff gets stuck, and suddenly companies, even very large companies, have difficulties delivering.
I think people understand that. You know, if people want to buy things and they're in short supply, of course they will be more expensive. But I guess the question would be, what is the line between kind of normal market functioning and market manipulation? Is there a line, and who decides what that line is?
Companies always want to maximize profits, right? In the current context, they suddenly cannot deliver as much anymore as they used to. And this creates an opening where they can say, well, we are facing increasing costs. We are facing all these issues. So we can explain to our customers that we are rising up prices. No one knows how much exactly these prices should be increased. And everybody has some sort of an understanding that, oh, yeah, there are issues. So yes, of course, companies are increasing prices in ways in which they could not justify in normal times. But this does not mean that the actual amount of price increase is justified by the increase in costs. And as a matter of fact, what we have seen is that profits are skyrocketing, which means that companies have increased prices by more than costs. In the earnings reports, companies have bragged about how they have managed to be ahead of the inflation curve, how they have managed to jack up prices more than their costs, and as a result have delivered these record profits.
So the Biden administration in November took aim at energy costs. The president said he would have the Federal Trade Commission investigate possible market manipulation or price gouging in the energy sector. So what would that look like?
President Biden has called out that the prices for unfinished gasoline were down by 5%, where the prices at the gas station went up by 3%. So in other words, companies that are selling gas at the gas station are increasing prices by more, or in this case, even are not handing down the price decrease that they had enjoyed in November. This was the argument of the president. So yes, the president has to step in. How exactly to do it is beyond my expertise as an economist.
Before we let you go, do you see a will to do that? I know that that's not strictly your area of expertise, but among the people that you talk to, your sort of peer economists, is there a consensus about the way forward here?
Well, I'd say that we are in pretty uncharted waters because we are in this situation where specific prices are shooting up, which we haven't seen in a long time because we have had this global supply chain system that, yes, had always the vulnerabilities that we are seeing now, but in stable times has been working pretty well. So in that sense, I think that economists are not terribly well prepared to think about the problems that we are facing. So we need to think about a different kind of response. And this requires us to have a very open conversation instead of the kind of confrontations and often knee-jerk reactions that we have been observing in recent weeks.
That's Isabella Weber. She is an economist and professor at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. Professor Weber, thanks so much for talking with us. It's been fascinating.
Thank you so much for having me, Michelle.
Okay. So.
And now, more from NPR.
Oh, no. Wow, it went ahead and went
Live from
went ahead and went to the evening news. Interesting. So, I mean, I'm personally of the opinion that, if this may be controversial, but if a corporation can't afford to pay people living wages, in other words, if you expect people to work for you for something that they cannot live on, then the question has to be asked: what do you deserve to be in business? Quite frankly, if you go to work and you work an honest job, you should get an honest pay. And we see the trend of part-time workers, or people 32 hours, right, just underneath the threshold for full-time or whatever, no benefits and all that kind of stuff. That's garbage. And that plays into this. I believe that plays into this. So, yeah, she took the middle road for sure. And it was, you took the words right out of my mouth. So, but I mean, we did get a couple little nuggets there. Corporate profit margins are the largest they've been in 70 years. Actual amount of price increase is not necessarily justified by the increase in costs. Companies have increased prices by more than cost. In the earnings report, companies have bragged about how they've managed to be ahead of the inflation curve, yet how they've managed to jack up prices more than their costs, and as a result, have delivered these record profits. Okay. So, and then, all this stuff about the gasoline and whatever. Of course, gas prices are down now because oil prices are down. But, is it down by a commensurate amount? I don't know. Uncharted waters. I mean, the reality is, it seems like, well, I mean, you still have basically low interest rates. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's whatever, a little bit higher, but I don't know. Let's see. Supply and demand. Uber drivers don't have any special skills. They can easily be replaced by 1,000 drivers willing to take their route. Well, I mean, but the reality is Uber with low interest rates, without free money, basically, essentially, companies like Uber most likely can't be profitable. I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't looked at Uber's earnings reports lately, but I mean, all these things that are great ideas. There's a lot of great ideas when there's endless amount of money to prop it up, but can it support itself? Just like with AMC. I don't know. And yeah, I mean, Uber, I mean, maybe it's something, maybe it is, something where some of these ideas that were, great ideas maybe turn out not to be so great. I don't know. And also, I mean, you can't talk about that without talking about basically this, the difference in the transportation problem in the United States versus Europe, and the fact that, here, everybody buys a car. Everybody takes a loan to get a car. And, it's an incredibly inefficient mode of transportation. It's not only is it inefficient and slow and wasteful, it has a greater impact on the environment. But we don't care because, the corporations are making money. The banks are making money. I mean, that's ridiculous. But that's the way it is. So what are you going to do, I guess? Uber is a growth stock. They want to take market share. I can tell you right now, like I haven't been in an Uber in a long time. I used to use them more when I was traveling and whatnot. I'd rather rent a car anymore. I'd rather rent a car, and that probably. Let's see, part-time, no benefits, not enough to get ahead. And it's like, it's the old thing like, well, why should somebody who flips burgers at McDonald's, get paid $15 an hour? And it's always this like concrete number, $15. Well, okay, yeah, $15 an hour today versus $15 an hour in 2002, for example, 20 years ago. A big difference. I mean, they've been talking about $15 for a long time. I mean, $15 has changed, and it's the purchasing power and the amount of time that $15 has been debated. But it's not about a specific number. It's like, okay, yeah, but you expect to be able to go to McDonald's and get your food fast, and you want somebody to serve it to you, and you get pissed at them when they screw it up, but they don't deserve $15. I mean, those arguments to me are garbage. It's just like, yeah, somebody has to do these jobs. Somebody has to. Let's just bring in a bunch of people from, wherever to do it, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the answer, but I mean, these are all, all this stuff is playing around the edges of the larger point that it's an unsustainable system, in my opinion. In California, after 26, no sales of gas cars. That's how we fix stuff here, but that power grid, don't overload it. Yeah, that's interesting. I saw that. I think Maverick talked about that too. That dichotomy or paradox or whatever you want to call it. On one hand, you have a state that is, for environmental reasons, banning the sale of internal combustion engine vehicles. Okay. On the other hand, you're not even there yet. You're 4 years away from that. And the power grid already is overloaded. And by the way, how do we generate power? I mean, how do we generate power? How is power generated mostly, here in the United States and in Europe? I mean, natural gas is better than coal. It's better than coal, but it's just, I want to say robbing from Peter to pay Paul, but it's not really that. But okay, yeah, we need to power our vehicles somehow. We don't want to use fossil fuels. We don't want to use petroleum. We don't want to use oil, gasoline. So let's use electricity because, yeah, we don't use non-renewable, like I personally have always had a problem with that because yeah, electric, okay, yeah, no emissions, sure. But when a Tesla, and I'm not picking on Tesla, so Model 3 dude, just a preamble here. I'm not picking on Tesla, although I think that one could pick on Tesla, but I'm actually not. But in terms of emissions, when a Tesla vehicle rolls off of the assembly line floor, when it rolls out of the factory, it has already produced more emissions than an internal combustion engine car the gas car will for a lot of its lifespan. And that's because of the environmental impact, mainly of the minerals that are needed for the batteries. But nobody talks about that. Nobody wants to acknowledge that. To make the thing, you actually are creating a lot of the emissions that you would create driving the gasoline vehicle. So, you know, I mean, that's a problem. But yeah, Elon Musk is a genius. You know, he's going to save the world. Let's go to Mars. I mean, you know, and you know, he's trying to, whatever. He's trying to get out of the Twitter thing. It's just like hilarious. Like, oh, now it's the whistleblower. Like, why the fuck did you say that you wanted to buy it if you didn't want to buy it? It's retarded. Like, that is the dumbest thing ever. Like, what a stupid fucking thing. I think it's a distraction. I think it's all a distraction, personally. But anyway, we've been told don't do laundry after 9 p.m. to save from rolling blackouts. Okay. Yeah. How's that going to go when how many million people are in LA County alone are going to be charging their Teslas? Trying to count down before the Tesla rant. No, that's all I got. That's all I got. You know, I mean, that's fact with the emissions thing. You know, I mean, it's just a reality. You know, I mean, there's a chart somewhere, but you know, we don't have to do it anyway. You know, I'm open-minded and I think respectful where it's due. So, you know, I mean, it's whatever. And I suspect that Model 3 dude, I know that he's at a different point in his life and career than I am. So, you know, different perspectives, different strokes, you know, it's all good. But, you know, and I, you know, I appreciate him being here. It's all about love. Yeah, right. Exactly. So, okay. Well, let's get back to the topic here. So, this whole tangent started because of this clown right here, Boss Blunts. And I saw that Antoinette popped in here too, I think. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you before, but I see you there. I did see you, and I'm glad you're here. I thought you'd be asleep, honestly. So, but anyway, let's see. Right. So, you know, and then last point here, Manuel says, I love driving my old non-fuel efficient trucks in Florida. Inspections are not even required. And yeah, and that's the thing. You have, you know, one state going to this, another state they don't even care at all. So it's an interesting thing. Lou, let's see. I just want to get a taste of Boss Blunt's bullshit. Get a nice taste of that in our mouth here, and then we can look at Lou. I mean, Lou's such a clown anymore. It's ridiculous.
Putting it off for too long.
Yeah, Glizzy said something about it, and I went and looked at it. They're also talking about Disney Plus are going to get special access to stuff at AMC or something.
Apparently, that Pinocchio movie was kind of a flop. Apparently, that's why I was reading about it. That it had Tom Hanks in it, but it skipped. I think it was Tom Hanks, right? It skipped theaters. It went straight to Disney Plus, but it also was not really critically acclaimed. So that could be the reason. I'm not sure, but we did note that that there was a Pinocchio live action film that skipped the theaters, went straight to Disney Plus. I mean, that seems to be like the new straight to tape, you know, the straight to TV, straight to tape thing.
But we try to keep it as real as possible. Thank you, everybody, for being here with us. Tony, Coco, In Your Base, Fear of God, Mac, Doobie, Great to see all you boys and girls. Welcome to the party.
What girls are there?
The
by
first,
the way? I don't know.
Oh, my man. I'm here with my man Cash Money and my guy Zoombach.
Yo.
What was it?
God, these guys sound like a bunch of retards. I may have made a mistake here.
Investment in the sense that it's not your regular stock. Unfortunately.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well, I missed the beginning of that.
It's not your regular fundamental. AMC.
All right, here's talking about AMC.
Well, AMC is not a fundamental play. It's not a fundamental investment in the sense that it's
okay. Well, right off the bat here, you have another information provider by the name of Al from Karachi, and he says that it is. He says that the fundamentals are the only thing that will cause this supposed short squeeze. So I'm picking up mixed signals, a splintering of this narrative. The narrative, there is no narrative. There is no single narrative anymore. There's all these different narratives. Al says it's fundamentals. Boss Blunt says it's not. Trey says it's technical analysis. You know, whoever says it's whatever. That results in confusion, and you know, it doesn't unify. Not everybody's not unified on the same thing. The only thing they are unified on, I think, is buy and hold, which would be more of a fundamental long-term and investing strategy. But Frankie Jihad, calling him Jihad. I hope I don't get hit for that, because he talked about Satan today. Ugh, God, the devil. 1%ers are satanic. Says that buy and hold, they don't know how to deal with buy and hold. Buy and hold is the oldest strategy, the most basic investing strategy that there is. So, but anyway, Boss Blunts is saying it's not a fundamental play. So here we go.
Regular stock. Unfortunately,
this is different. And whenever anybody says, "Oh, this is different," this is not like anything else. Yeah, my bullshit detector is going off.
Play is not a fundamental investment in the sense that it's not your regular stock. Unfortunately, over-leveraged short hedge funds have created a situation in which...
How do you know that they're over-leveraged? How do you know that they're over-leveraged because of AMC and GameStop and Bed Bath & Beyond? Have you looked at their books? Do you know that they're over-leveraged, or is that an assumption? Has that been an assumption since day one about this thing? Like, where's the proof for that? I don't care about pension pots. I don't care about systemic risk to the market. Where is the actual data that says that? This whole thing hinges on that and synthetic shares. Let's not forget. But I suspect it's all wrapped up and it's all related, right? They're over leveraged because they naked shorted, which makes no sense, really, if you think about it. The whole idea of naked shorting is you didn't borrow the shares, you sold them and you collected the money. How would that it doesn't make any sense. There's no proof for it. Therefore, you make up something that fits your narrative at some point. It's like lying, okay? And I know people have heard this. If you don't lie, if you tell the truth, you never have to remember anything. If you tell the truth, if you always tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything because you just tell the truth. But if you lie, you have to remember your lies and you have to make sure that they jive. That's what's happening right now. They can't fucking remember because they say this, they say that, and then people like us come along and we look at it and try to put it together and make sense of this patchwork bullshit and say, wait a minute, you said this and you said this. These things are incompatible. They're incompatible. So it's much easier to just look at things the way they are and don't make assumptions. I consider assumption to be basically akin to lying. If you don't have proof, we're talking about a quantitative field, numbers. there has to be data. But that's my spiel on that. If you always tell the truth, you don't have to remember a thing. You just tell the truth. But if you lie, that's how people get caught in lies. Plain and simple. And yes, I'm going to highlight that, Model 3 dude. Just ask 45. Just ask 45. And Adria can't be mad at me. I didn't say his name. It was Model 3 dude, not me. I just said a number. Quantitative.
The fundamentals of a stock market, of the entire global equities markets, are extremely overvalued, and we're in a bubble that is inescapable.
Yeah.
Okay, but those two, the way that you flow from AMC into we're in a global equities bubble. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't think we're in a bubble. I mean, obviously, we are in a bubble, right? But it's not because of AMC. Not because of AMC. It has nothing to do with AMC. If anything, AMC is overvalued as part of that bubble. I mean, let's be honest here. The AMC equity, AMC ape combined, whatever, $15 for a company that's got $5 billion in debt and is losing hundreds of millions of dollars every quarter. That's in the bubble. I'm sorry, dude. That's a fucking bubble. That is part of the bubble. It's wrapped up. It is packaged in this bubble too. So if you want the bubble to pop, yeah, pop goes the fucking weasel. What in the? I don't even know what to fucking do about this right here.
Complete disarray.
Okay.
They are entirely lacking. And now the Securities and Exchange Commission has greenlit a $35 trillion pot of funds from your pensions to prevent the Options Clearing Corporation from defaulting.
Who in the fuck has a pension? I question this. Who among us here has a pension? I'm not a government employee. I know a lot of people are. But most people are employed in the private sector. Your pensions. How many of these fucking people in this chat here, not our chat, the chat on Boss Blunts, how many of these people even have jobs? Much less jobs that have a pension. Teachers, yeah. God help us if any of these, if these are teachers. But your pensions, yeah, your pensions. Mm-hmm.
You got that right, ladies and gentlemen. Previously, there was a $1 billion cap, a maximum amount of pension funds that could be taken by the Options Clearing Corporation in case of a member default. So a short hedge fund or a market maker, a prime broker, you name it, a family office, etc., is over-leveraged in the markets for whatever reason, whether it's meme stocks or shorting other, whatever it might be. It doesn't even matter what security, because if you think of 100 securities, probably half of them are extremely over-leveraged in a bad way, whether it be credit default swaps, mortgage-backed securities, shorts on silver and gold, meme stocks, bonds, even cryptocurrencies. This quote here says, with respect to the OCC's overall liquidity plan, the non-bank liquidity facility program reduces the concentration of OCC's counterparty exposure by diversifying its base of liquidity providers amongst banks and non-banks, non-clearing member institutional investors, such as pension funds or insurance companies, said the SEC. What this means is that the $1 billion cap for taking money from pension funds to prevent the Options Clearing Corporation from defaulting has been removed. And now there are $35 trillion available for Ken Griffin and the SEC and Jerome Powell to pay me my fucking money.
What?
My favorite meme stocks.
What? I knew it. Oh my God, I knew it. I knew it. Yes, the $35 trillion is for the apes. Oh my God, this guy is such a fucking moron. Holy shit. See, this is why. Oh God, this is. I mean, these people are so fucking uneducated. I mean, oh my God. This is Dunning-Kruger in fucking Technicolor here. This is Dunning-Kruger for the fucking world to see. You want to see the Dunning-Kruger effect? This is it right here. This is it. Let me. Oh my God. Jesus fucking Christ. First, it was the reverse repos. Yeah, the reverse repos. Where's Chris? Chris is not here. He's a reverse repo dude. He always talks about that. First, it was the reverse repos. Now it's this. Anytime there's a big fucking number, law of large numbers. Anytime there's a large number theory. It has to apply to the apes. That has to be our MOAS. It just has to be. Oh, we want it to be so bad. Oh my God.
Squeeze and my favorite precious metal squeeze. They increased this, remember, ladies and gentlemen, from $1 billion to $35 trillion. If you have a pension fund, it is not safe. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice of any kind.
Well, it sure sounds like you think you are.
Opinion.
Well, it's an uninformed fucking opinion.
We're going to be so
Who the fuck is that?
Rich. And I hate to say it, it's at the expense of billions and billions of people around the world. But it's not my fucking problem. That's why we're here, trying to warn people about the issues that are happening on our markets. That's why we've been here since last July, doing these YouTube videos, explaining to people why the market...
July? He's been here since last July? So he's only ever been a fucking grifter. Last July? After, oh my God. Wow. I didn't realize that he had been here since last July. I mean, at least Trey, for all his fucking stupidity, he was here before anything happened. Now, he kept saying the same shit, and he still does, which is stupid. But, I mean, this guy started saying that he started his fucking grift, his fucking stupid fucking bullshit tank in July of last year. Oh my God. Wow. Holy shit.
Market is in a perpetual downturn, why the market is going to crash, and how it's going to happen. But the majority of people, even since last year, believe that that was impossible. Believe that that would never happen. And pretty soon...
Well, the majority of people are fucking shitty investors and shitty traders. That's the reality. You know, most people, they get in the market. If they try to trade, they lose money. The apes are a perfect example. Well, they don't trade, though. They don't complete trades. They don't complete transactions. So I guess I really can't say that. But, I mean, the statistics are pretty clear about, like, most people are not good at trading. And a long-term buy and hold strategy is by far more profitable for most people unless you're, really spending the time. And that's the thing. It requires more time than most people would have to do it. To really, learn and make mistakes and learn from those mistakes and improve and have the money to do that and, be able to sustain yourself despite the losses and all that. So with all due respect, why do we care what most people think? Like, to me, most people think is irrelevant. But, I mean, the reality is Boss Blunts is part of that most people. Like, he is the village idiot. He is the common fucking person who knows bullshit about economics. and finance. I mean, and sees this shit. He's the kind of person that sees a fucking article like this and says, this is what they're going to use to pay me my money. I mean, that is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
They will see that come to fruition. Take a look at gold. Gold is absolutely plummeting. It has dropped below 14 million ounces for the first time since April of 2020. For the first time since April of 2020. Why? Because in April of 2020, central banks and governments and even institutional banks around the world were flocking out of fiats and out of the markets and out of bonds and into precious metals like gold and silver. Withdrawals since May 6th through today, which is September 12th, have totaled over 9.4 million ounces worth of withdrawals. Open interest is equal to 169% of all vaulted gold and 343% of all registered gold. Again, why? Because there is not enough gold in the vaults or registered to meet the actual demand on the COMEX.
Fuck.
And it's getting drained further.
I mean, why don't we just listen to
further.
fucking Alex Jones or Jeff Rentz or one of these fucking clowns? I mean, honestly. That's what this is. Watered down fucking Alex Jones. God fucking damn it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, silver. Oh, boy. Yeah. Still talking about silver. Oh, look. Marco Metzler, the fucking expert. Oh, yeah. He loves Marco Metzler. God fucking damn it. Oh, still talking about silver. This dude belongs on AM radio at 3 in the morning. And it's some fucking bullshit. Overnight AM radio. Up, silver, still on silver. Infinite liquidity, FTDs, synthetic shares. The same narrative. Oh, Bank of America holds large short positions in AMC. I'm sure he's... Oh, I was going to say, I'm sure this is probably like a justification source of... No, it's a fucking meme. That's what Boss Blunts is, a fucking meme. He exemplifies the meme stock phenomenon because he is a meme. He is a fucking meme. The guy smoking a fucking joint, I'm sorry, a blunt, postulating about how he's going to be rich and showing a bunch of random fucking bullshit. So back on silver, back on fucking silver. That is the meme. Boss Blunts is the meme. Back to Metzler. God. Oh, we're back to where we started. Full circle. That's fantastic. All right, let's go to Lou. I mean, this is crazy. This is fucking crazy. I mean, like somebody who's been wrong every goddamn step of the way. Every fucking step of the way. That's ridiculous. What, Lou warning? That's new. That's new. Coming this winter. Why Lou is leaving Wall Street? Lou is ever on Wall Street? Or is that figurative? Like, you know, he's saying Wall Street's a bunch of scammers. I'm a scammer. I'm a fraud. Wall Street's, so I'm leaving the scamming business. I don't know. I don't know.
What's going on, my little crypto motherfuckers?
I love seeing the number of viewers kind of shoot up, and then a statement is made, and then it drops down. Like, yeah, no, it's not what you thought it was, is it? It's not what you thought it was going to be, is it? Yeah. Move along. Move back along to Scavenger. You don't belong here.
Right. Let me not just only address this towards crypto. Let me address this towards the regular Wall Street stock market type motherfuckers and understand one of the reasons I'm having the shift. Like I said, I'm still in stocks, I'm still in positions, I'm still in this motherfucker.
Trust me,
I'm still
bro.
in the paper world of, whatever, this crazy shit we're in. It's gonna make money, it's fine. But the shift that I'm obviously making is because of the shit that I fucking have seen and reported on and, discovered. And it's gotten me fucking sick, and I think it's getting worse. But I want to point something out. The idea of buy and hold as the only strategy, it doesn't work going into the future, just because, like I said before, they have things to counter this. We've already seen that they will naked short, create synthetics. They won't cover.
Okay, interesting. So, again, like I said with Boss Blunts, okay, or maybe TMI, or maybe both. This narrative is being splintered and split. So, my question is, Frankie Jihad Muhammad is a disciple. Unless, wait a minute now, I can't remember. Did he get pissed at Lou and break up with Lou? I can't remember. Honestly, can't remember, because it's always, it's always some bullshit like this. But you have people like Frank Muhammad, who, is like Mr. Buy and Hold. Like that is the way they can't deal with that, which is nonsense, of course. But now even Lou is saying, look, buy and hold is it's what I'm hearing here. Buy and hold, okay? It ain't what it's cracked up to be. So what happens then to the Frankie Muhammads who have put all of their, grift into this buy and hold thing? I mean, what is happening here? This is so interesting. This is why we do this right here, because this is interesting shit to me. This narrative, that's the manipulation that is going on, and the way that's just the desperation, and the way that it shifts, and the way that one person changes and the rest kind of follow, and it's so interesting. It's such an excellent study in human nature and greed, really. Like, at the end of the day, underlying all of this is the greed that this $35 trillion is for you. Oh, it's so fucking fascinating. Holy shit.
FTD, we know that they will fucking,
oh my God,
route orders, the dark pool.
They
will
all
do
that
a
stuff,
lot of things, create single stock ETFs. These are all these things that I said, the fact that they're kind of like the buffer against the buy and hold strategy going forward. Like the ones that we're in right now, they're fucked on this. They're going to get caught. There's no way around it. But going forward, you got to be honest with it, like yourself, and look at this. We did something by buying and hold that we gummed up the market. We held on to everything. We killed volume. We didn't allow the other side to make money, and they turned around and did nefarious Joker shit by,
we killed volume? Well, what does that mean? It means that, yeah, you dumped all of your money into a shitty stock that was way overvalued last year and earlier this year. And now everything is, the shit is hitting the fan, and you can't afford to buy it even though it's $10 fucking dollars. So the volume is dead, dried up. Is that ringing any? I don't, like, we killed the volume. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah. You killed the volume. You killed your own you killed your own fucking accounts. You killed your financial future. You secured generational poverty for you and your family. Congratulations. And AMC is failing still. Like, congratulations. Yeah, you saved the company. Oh, great. I mean, unless you can come up with like $6 billion, and a couple $100 million of profit every quarter, what good? What is it all going to be for? Not only are you not going to get rich, you're not going to get the $35 trillion. The company is also going to fail, or at least continue to slip, and at some point will become insolvent, because you can't pay the current bills, and you have a backlog. You owe a lot of money. She owes money all over town, essentially. And I'm talking about Amy. So, yeah,
I got you. Synthetics does what? From Brazil or Guatemala? So, with all that crazy shit and the single stock ETFs, which is even, if you see how those things are constructed, it's so nefarious. Like,
is
if
it
a regular
satanic?
motherfucker was to design some shit like that in the street and try to like sell it, he will probably, if not, get a phone call from like, you know, whatever. Anyway, that being said,
I mean,
so that and the fact that you
there were the meme stock single stock ETFs. They weren't the first ones to come out. There were other ones that came out first or that were proposed first. I mean, it wasn't until after that anybody heard about single stock ETFs from meme stocks. So I mean, it's not like designed for meme stocks. It's not designed for AMC for a nefarious purpose. If you say that, then you have to say it is for all of them. And, you know, that's just not how the shit works. It's not how these ETFs work. It's not how ETFs work in general. You know, but, you know, yeah, it's Lou, so you can say whatever you want.
You got CEOs
get 2,000 fucking views, almost 3,000 fucking views in an hour.
Easily to just
brainwashed motherfuckers eating the shit up.
Come on, dog. What's up? We can take care of you.
Like the person out of all of these guys who's most obviously a fucking like wise guy, fucking scammy motherfucker. That is the most fascinating fucking thing. You know, you come on YouTube and be yourself and act or like over dramatize your fucking tendencies, and you will excel at this. I mean, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. These people have lost their fucking minds. Oh my God.
And a lot of the CEOs are put
like, if my mother knew, and like, if I were an ape that believed this and was like, yeah, this guy knows what, if I showed this shit to my mother, I would be, oh my God. Like, I don't even want to think about it. I'm embarrassed to think about what would happen. Like, I know that, oh God, she would be so fucking like, what? Oh my God. Jesus.
Into those companies by the dark side. You know, when I mean the dark side, I mean them. So you have to understand. So it's a lot of times you're fighting a fucking situation where the CEO has an allegiance.
Like, Lou is not one that I would take home to my fucking mother. Holy shit. I mean, seriously. Like, oh my God.
And that's how it is.
And she doesn't know anything about finance. Let me say that too. Like, she has a 401k and all that, but she's not an active trader. Like, I mean, so, I mean, it's like she's a nurse, you know? She's been a nurse for 40 years, so.
That world, so, you know, like I said.
My God.
He's not our friend. They're not our friend. So, I get it. But it's kind of a fucked up situation. Then you got earnings report. Then you got, and, you know, other type of fucking weird shit that can just happen.
You don't need to know anything about finance.
The algorithms,
to know this.
Everything else. It's like, what the fuck is this? This is like fucking planet stupid. It used to be you invest in crypto, and that was this crazy cowboy shit. Now, honestly, if I had $100,000 for stocks and I had $100,000 for crypto, I would go, I don't know about that. No joke. And we've all been through it. We've all seen a lot of crazy shit over the last year and change. So, one of the things I was doing is going to transition my portfolio going into crypto. It's nothing crazy because at the end of the day, crypto don't have a CEO. Crypto don't have a dark pool. Crypto don't have earnings report. Crypto don't have.
Crypto has no fundamentals.
To the other side, there's no payment for order flow shit with crypto. At the end of the day, I hold my crypto, not a broker. I take it from them. I hold it in a cold wallet, so they can't let.
Yes, and it's decoupled from everything. It's not correlated. It's a hedge against inflation. Right.
Send that shit out. Unless I fucking I stake it with a motherfucker and say, look, I got a grip of this motherfucker, put it to work on the street and pay me.
It's almost like, I mean, I'm just spitballing off the top of my head here, but Crypto has no fundamentals, really. It's all technical, and now technical moves and whatnot. So it's like kind of like the worst. It's like the worst part of stocks, like without the underlying fundamentals, and it's coupled to stocks because of the institutions, and Citadel's going to be in crypto, and all these institutions and FTX, and it's not an underground like counterculture alternative thing anymore. Like, it's basically a stock without fundamentals, which to me is like the worst it could be. Like, oh great, it trades on fucking bullshit technical analysis of a bunch of dumbass investors or institutions that are basically manipulating those people to buy and sell at certain levels. It's it really is kind of interesting. Like, I don't really, increasingly, I have to say, I don't really see the point, because it's so correlated. It's so correlated to the market. Like, what is the point? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm missing something, but what is the point, really? And there's still really no practical application. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of crypto, whatever. But and that's bless his heart, Apish Bambino. He was a believer in crypto, and I always say, okay, but why? Like, tell me why we need this. What can this do? Like anything, sell me on this. What can this product do that nothing else can do? Why is this a necessity? Make me realize that I need it, and that nothing else will serve that purpose. I don't know. Nobody has been able to do that, to my knowledge. Maybe it'll be different at some point, but Lou transitioning to crypto. Okay, cool. Jesus. I know, and I played the wrong video. We're supposed to play the Lou warning.
But at the end of the day, now, believe it or not, the street has made the case for crypto even more like, yeah, it makes more fucking logical sense to do it. Now, I'm not talking about all the fucking coins, because trust me, there's some shit coins out there that I would stay the fuck away from. But if you take a look at coins as far as adaptation, like like your Bitcoin, your XRP, your Solana, like those things, like I can see Ethereum. There's issues with Ethereum as far as the integrity and security of it. Whatever, I get it. People that tell me the metaverse. Had an interesting conversation yesterday. Technically speaking, the metaverse is a big fugazi. But I'll talk about it in a different day. And
technically
this is from a crypto motherfucker. That being said,
trust me, bro,
there's money to be made, and there's less ways to getting fucked in crypto. I mean, your exchange could fuck you and shut down like Voyager did. There's some other nefarious characters out there. That's why if I buy crypto, I don't hold crypto with the exchange that I buy it with. No fucking way. And I'll cover that more. I'm actually going to thinking about how I can get to the best way of storing it. You could always do paper wallet. You could do it offline. I'll explain all that shit probably later tonight or tomorrow. I'll do like a lose crypto, lose crypto for transmifrodites. The concept overall is starting to make more sense, because you look at Bitcoin, it's being adopted by a bazillion countries already. I don't know, three countries in.
And how's
in
that
Africa.
going, by the way? How's that going? How are those countries doing?
One country, Latin America. There's talk about the South Koreans using it also, because once they do start doing trade with North Korea, that's going to be an easy thing going back and forth. North Korea holds heavy Bitcoin. I don't know if I should put that out there or not, but fuck it, you fucking know. Welcome to the dark side. That being said, you take a look at how Europe is going to go through some collapse period, and fucking the EU is going to go down. What are they going to switch over to? Get it? Institutions, governments, yada, 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 they're going XRP, because that's how the BRICS model is, border platforms for exchanging money, like the Bank of England doing like settlements is doing, you know, XRP, you know, Ripple, they're doing that, whatever. But people use Bitcoin to exchange money back and forth. If I had to send you $10,000, I can go, all right, coin to coin.
Yeah, the governments are using something called Ripple. Yep, they're using something called Ripple. That's it. I don't think a lot of this is true.
There you go. My wallet to your wallet. It's done. No bank in between. There is future applications for Bitcoin people to people and businesses to people. Governments are going to use obviously the XRP because that's the platform that's being laid out. And
wait a minute, I thought it was the JP Morgan coin. I thought it was JPM. But that's how the apes are getting paid.
I see a future for that. I could see an incredible
that was a few months ago.
XRP at the amount, what is it, 30, 40 cents now? 50, 100 grand in that motherfucker and just wait. So anyway, that being said, there's more talk about why I would say XRP now. I did some deep dive conversation, whatever. The structure of everything is like, holy shit. Like outside of the lawsuit that the SEC has, they're doing something. They're setting themselves up for like checkmate. So when I look at the market and I look at crypto, you cannot possibly like disagree with me. It's just one of these things where the market.
All right. Well, as Lumberg said, ooh, I'm gonna have to sort of disagree with you there. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, fucking come on. Come the fuck on, man. Like, seriously. I mean, lest you forget, this blue line, that's the fucking S&P. That's the SPY. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a great... Let's go into Bitcoin. It actually fucking underperformed the fucking SPY. Go fuck yourself, Lou. You are such a fucking scammer. I'm going to listen to the Lou warning. And then we're going to kick the fucking song. This is only 1:56. This is the one that Manny wanted to play. Oh, here's the warning. Bat signal.
What's going on, my silly little motherfuckers? All right, so this is
the
video
bat
I've been dying to make. So I'll put it up there. Look, I've been seeing in the comments a lot of the haters saying all kinds of shit. You want to hit me and all kinds of... And listen, here's my take on it. Okay? I don't know what's infuriating you about me. Maybe you hate your life. Maybe your uncle touched you in the nighttime. I don't know.
Jesus
but
Christ.
All I can tell you is this. The stupid threats
God
and all this
fucking damn it.
shit.
Yeah, you know why people hate you? Because you say fucking shit like that. You're an insensitive fucking fat fucking slob who doesn't give a fuck about anybody else, who is willing to take fucking money from people and mislead them with fucking bullshit every fucking day. You bald motherfucker. What a piece of shit. Fucking bigger fucking tits than my girlfriend. Holy shit. What the fuck, man? You are... Oh, God. What the fuck? And Lynn, thank you for being here. Have a good night. Catch you in Telegram. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. This is some fucking bullshit. Why do people hate me? Well, maybe it's because your uncle touched you. Fuck you. Like, what an insensitive fucking blob.
But all I can tell you is this.
Jesus fucking Christ. God damn it.
Your life, maybe your uncle touched you in the nighttime. I don't know. But all I can tell you is this.
Yeah, that's it.
The stupid threats and all the shit that goes on online. There you go. Yeah, it's all stupid transmit for that.
Maybe it's because you make all your fucking videos from the goddamn street or the park. I mean, or maybe it's because the shit that you say, everything that you've fucking predicted has been fucking wrong. Even though you like to gaslight everybody and say, oh yeah, Lou knew everything. Lou knew this. Lou's always been right. And everybody goes around saying, oh yeah, Lou's right. He's talking about synthetics. Synthetics has been the biggest fucking lie in this whole goddamn thing. And where did it come from? As far as I'm concerned, it came from this fuck. So, I mean, why do people hate you? Why should people not fucking hate you? And they're going to they are going to fucking, I mean, he's going to go from being the most beloved fucking figure, which I can't even believe I would say that. He's going to go from being the most beloved figure in this shit to basically having to fucking ghost out and possibly change his identity because people are going to lose so much fucking money. And it's going to, I mean, you know, this is his biggest fucking scam fraud that he's outdone himself on this one. He has outdone himself on this one. He's like those people that cheated on the PPP loans from the pandemic and shit. They think they got away. They got away with it. You know, the IRS, federal government, they're not the fastest at getting around to shit. But when it comes to that kind of shit, I don't think they forget. I don't think people are going to forget when they lost their fucking kids' college fund and money that they borrowed against their house and all this shit that you hear about these fucking people that risked everything. I mean, why would you not want to come back on this fucker? You know, for falsely confirming, falsely instilling this confidence. And here's a comment. The fact that you told people this play is done for the longest time when it isn't frustrates people, especially those who believed you. Well, you know, I mean, yeah, but maybe, you know, after like the first or, you know, certainly the fucking second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time that was said that it wasn't over. Like, why would you continue to believe and support that? I mean, and this video has been out for about an hour and has 3,200 fucking views. So, I mean, you know, I mean, it's a...
End of the day, your little keyboard bullshit doesn't do anything. It's kind of stupid. But I will say it one more time. Be very careful in turning that keyboard bullshit into reality. That's what I'm telling you. I could become a cruel motherfucker if pushed. That being said...
Oh, is that a threat? I mean, right, seriously.
Listen, I don't know if it's...
I mean, from where I'm sitting here, you are a cruel motherfucker because you have instilled hope. Hey, remember? Hope is the most dangerous thing you can give someone. That's what you've done. So, it's pretty fucking cruel.
My stand on the... or the fact that I don't believe in the...
was that me or was that this?
Whatever. Or my political leanings. Whatever. Lee Zeldin for governor of New York. Steve Bannon is innocent. And your sister slept with many men. If I continue to...
Steve Bannon is innocent. Right. Okay, yeah. Well, obviously... Oh, my God. Jesus. And you know, I mean, this continues to be a fucking QAnon offshoot.
Raid you?
Whole thing is.
Because I'm a pretty nice guy. But like I said, if I'm ever out and about walking, if I'm ever with family, you know, I'm ever out like, you know, whatever, my sister, stuff like that, let me tell you something. Be very fucking careful. That's all I can tell you. Because...
Ooh.
I was born in a generation before almond milk. I am not that motherfucker. So other than that, giant hugs, be a nice guy and understand social media.
Yeah, be a nice guy.
Real life has consequences. So
what a dick.
Your sister stuff than your father.
You know what? Real life does have consequences, doesn't it, Lou? That's why you went to fucking jail. That's why you went to fucking jail. And if we lived in a fucking just society, your ass would still be in fucking jail. I mean, let's be honest. That guy is a piece of shit. Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, he's blah, 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 and this and that. But at the end of the day, that is a dangerous guy. That is a dangerous motherfucker. And I'll tell you something, Lou. I'll tell you something. I'm not advocating violence at all, but don't underestimate what people will do when they are fucking desperate. There's this phrase, I love this saying. When people have lost everything and they have nothing left to lose, they lose it. When people have lost everything and they have nothing left to lose, they lose it. They lose it. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, you think whatever. Nobody's gonna mess with me, whatever. Yeah, okay. You got a fucking army of fucking bag holders that you helped create. You don't think one of them is crazy enough to do something fucking stupid? And again, I'm not advocating violence at all. I'm just trying to look at this realistically. When people lose everything and they have no fucking hope, you have fucking killed their hope because you cried wolf on their hope every fucking step of the way to string them along so you could continue to make money off of them. That's a fucking scammer. That's fraud. Okay, you don't think that one of those people is gonna get so fucking mad and feel so hopeless and desperate that they don't consider it, whatever. I don't even want to go there, but I mean, let's be honest about it. These people are crazy already. They have delusional beliefs. They believe things. They don't demand proof or evidence. Like, you have created a fucking monster, and it's not the line where you created this monster that hates Ken Griffin and Wall Street hedge funds and whatever else, with no evidence or substantiation whatsoever. It's not it. You create something that irrational. It doesn't take much for it to flip around and come back on you. So I mean, Lou is he's a fucking piece of work. I'll tell you that. I mean, really. I mean, and it doesn't help that these people are so eager. They are so desperate. They are so just like willing to believe whatever somebody tells them that they want to hear, that they've literally trusted someone who bullshits them every day. I mean, oh my God. And I don't go off on Lou that much. I don't know. This might be the most strident tone that I've taken with Lou, at least in a while. But, I mean, this shit's getting ridiculous. And then you come in and say and make jokes about people being molested. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not funny. That shit is not fucking funny at all. I'm not fucking amused. I am not amused one bit by that shit. I'm not amused by the your mama shit. I'm not amused by the your sister shit. I'm not amused by any of it at all. And honestly, no fucking adult should be. If that fucking shit amuses you, joking about people being fucking molested as kids, there's something wrong with you. That's not fucking right. It's not funny. It's not something to joke about. I mean, like, these people are fucking, oh God damn it. What the fuck? I honestly, I don't get it. I don't get it. I will never get it. Look. Oh, the Ortex guy with a special update. Exchange. See? Self-reported. It's not fucking self-reported, you fucking piece of shit. It's not self-reported. It's reported by the fucking brokers. That's not self. So, what do we got for exchange reported? Ape. Okay, whatever. Who cares? AMC, 19%. 19% short interest. Oh, boy, it went up. Oh, boy, 100 shares. 100 million shares. Oh my God. Hope is the most dangerous thing you can give someone. I say that to you. I look at you. I turn that around on you, Ortex guy, giving people hope. Yeah, the plant. I love the plant. I love plant. Thank you, Model 3 dude, for saying that. That does make me smile. And look at the plant. Look at the cat. And at the end of the day, I don't want it to come across like I care, because that's not like, I'm not trying to like prevent people from whatever. I mean, these people are adults. It's not my response. It's nobody's responsibility to look out for them whatsoever. But at the end of the day, I mean, come on. It's like that thing that they say, that they said, after 9/11, If you see something, say something. I mean, I say that about a lot of things, but you know, if you see something that's not right, you should say something about it. And also, there's a quote. There's actually a quote that we used to use on here. And I'll just pull it up on screen. That way it can be shown because I'll close with that on the screen. I love this quote too. This was like one of the guiding fucking quote. You know, one of the guiding like, I don't know. There used to be a few quotes that were like, and like, if it's obvious, it's obviously wrong. You know, like that. But this one right here, you know, this was pretty much the like one of the inspirations, one of the guiding things of this channel before. Fuck, that's so blurry. If you see fraud and you do not say fraud, then you are a fraud. And, you know, honestly, that's how I fucking feel about this shit. If you see fraud, come on, do it. If you see fraud and you do not say fraud, you are a fraud. I know Lynn remembers this quote. I know she has to. We've talked about it. It was all over the channel last year. And that's how I feel. I see fraud. Absolutely. I've seen fraud this whole time. And I don't want to be fraud myself. So I'm saying fraud. That's it. You know, and people don't understand. Why do you care where I spend my money? Why do you care what I invest in? I don't. It's not about you. It's not about the me. And I love whoever did that. I think it actually was Ken Fisher that said that we looked at a me. It's all about me. But no, it's not. So, yeah, I'll close with that. And and this is where, I say, call upon everybody. And I know the people here, a lot of the people here are on the same page, and, they have experience and maybe more experience than I do. But, this is where, I think this is where, things like integrity come in, and honesty. Like, if you see something that's not right like this, and you know that it isn't, and you just, hands off, I'm not going to say anything, and just let it. That pulls you into it in a way that I'm not comfortable with. So, I don't care. It doesn't bother me that Tony DeNaro calls me Darth Vader. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's just absurd. Like, yeah, get the fuck out of the movies. You're not in a fucking movie, okay? You are certainly not fucking Luke Skywalker, okay? But it's not a fucking movie. And these are real people that are being basically manipulated and, raked over the coals by these fraudsters. So, I got to say, I appreciate the people that are here, and the people like Model 3 Dude, Manny, Lynn, Antoinette, Chris, and so forth, that actually do, it kind of sounds churchy, but, they go out and they they preach the gospel, so to speak. Like, you guys go out into other chats and other comment sections, and you call people out, or troll them in a way that, might get somebody to think about it. It might get somebody to think about it. And I think that matters. I think that stuff matters. And I used to do that. That's one of the ways that I grew my first channel. And I would go to like Wrench Capital in the comments and like reply to people, or just comment, and slip it in there. Like, oh, wow, I whatever, and then slip in there like, well, on my channel, I'd look at this or whatever, and I know that there are people that came because of those comments. So I think that stuff matters a lot. And also just, there are people who have probably never been exposed to any other thing because they've never seeked it out. They've never stumbled upon it. You know, so seeing that comment that you guys leave or whatever, that shit matters to me. I think it's important. So there's at least 6 of us that agree. Yeah. And it's, you know, and I say it's never been about the numbers. You know, I don't care about the numbers. I don't care. I mean, you know, and sick, I'd rather, you know, I'm grateful for 6. Let me say it that way. I'm grateful for 6 and I'm appreciative for 6. But, you know, it's like anybody can go to church and then still be an asshole the rest of, you know, the other 6 days of the week. But it's how you live out that message, or that, you know, that whatever, you know, in the time between when you go to church, that, you know, kind of defines, or, you know, that's what matters. So anyway, you know, like I just want to say, you know, that I think that stuff's great, and you know, not everybody, for a variety of reasons, you know, has YouTube channels and you know, whatever. But I appreciate the active participation and you know, proselytizing of this message, which is really just to, you know, like you have to question everything, and you have to demand proof, and you have to demand evidence. And if you don't get it, then you need to reconsider. You need to think about what you're doing. And you know, and nobody cares if anybody buys or sells anything. But Manny and Model 3 dude, I mean, those guys are, Manny preaches, yeah, Manuel preaches, Model 3, I'm sorry, Manuel trolls, Model 3 dude preaches. And, you know, and that's a good combination. So I appreciate you guys. And Lynn, and you kind of do it all. So anyway, I got to get out of here. It's midnight 30 here in the great state of Ohio. So with that, I will say good night. But man, this thing is getting interesting. I mean, of course, I say that all the time. Wow, this is getting crazy. Wow, this is getting interesting. But, you know, hey, it never, the moment that it stops becoming interesting is the moment that, you know, when we're not interested, I guess. But these guys keep it interesting, you know? And so as long as the train is still rolling down the track, we'll be here. But I do think you're starting to get wheels, maybe bearings here and there, that are starting to overheat. And I know a lot of people have said, oh, this is going to be over soon. It's going to end soon. Grifter's going to be over soon. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of track left ahead on this train. But we'll be here to, you know, watch it. So anyway, guys, have a good night. I'll catch you, you know, when I catch you, when there's something to report. Like Trey, I don't want to just make videos because. But the reality is, you got this shit every fucking day. You got dumb people going to college every day. So, just to quote Lou, have a good night, guys. Be safe, and I'll catch you soon.